It's not my job.
Can actually find a
There
fucking
we go.
folder. There you go.
Okay, technically recording, although I'm not planning to do anything with it.
Cool.
There you go.
Okay.
That will have to do.
You got something?
Yeah, it's uploading. There you go.
Oh, that's
I'll have
hideous.
to do. I know.
Wow,
I
that's
don't like it.
hideous. I hate that.
I know. I hate
Wow.
it too. Should I just
Wow.
go with one of my arts?
Yeah, go with one of your arts. Just wow, that's hideous.
It can't be that bad.
By the way,
It's
Omni, check
bad.
out the media in your server. It's a work in progress of something.
Oh God, Evie, take it off.
It's horrible.
I know.
Oh my god.
Please, just nothing is
Why
better
do we
than
have a picture of a Bow Wow?
What?
that. We need a picture of Bow Wow.
Oh, that's in the handouts. That's so Squish can make notes of his particular his.
I'll just go with this.
The dog
Mighty
that's
dog.
bigger than me.
Okay, so really quick, never missed flower.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. God damn, that's so fucking adorable. It hurts me.
I know.
Oh, it
I know
hurts.
it's slightly outdated.
I don't care. It fucking hurts. It's so adorable. Okay, so Nefer Mistflower is male. Aloprix Dawn Eyes is female. I'm gonna have to. You guys have like swapped genders, and I'm going to have to keep that in mind because I'm going to mess it up. I apologize in advance. Is everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
I think so.
One thing, if you wanted to ask about triggers or things, or if we just want to go with what we already know.
There's a lot of things I won't use. If it is a subject that bothers you, please let me know at the time, and I will change things to accommodate.
Thank you.
Okay, so we start. This is the world of Kalgard. Y'all know it, or at least you've heard of it.
Kalgard.
You know where you come from. It is
I
flat.
don't.
It is a disc. The ooh, hold on.
Wait, I never set my age.
No, you didn't. I was going to let you figure
How
that out
old
if you
am I?
liked.
Can you give me a range in DMs and I'll see what I can do? Because you said I couldn't be too old.
Roll me a d100.
How do I do that? Just /R D100.
Yeah. Apparently, you are 39.
Cool.
That's so young for a kitsune though.
It really is. Okay, let's say.
If Omni, if I am to have two tails, I have to be over 100.
Yeah, we're gonna mess with those rules a little bit because you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, you're 139.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Even though I look no less older than a fucking 18-year-old normal human.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so basically, there's a large discrepancy between what people know in-game, what their characters know, and what people know. So you gotta be aware of that.
Yeah.
So y'all can know that Evie is a kitsune, but when you meet her in-game, she will look either human or goblin, depending on what she decides. Just so you know.
I will definitely look human.
Then you
Okay.
better find a picture of a human that you look like.
Well, just take away the ears of my character.
Is there a way to like add notes to my characters?
Any other notes under equipment proficiencies is a good place.
Omni, like, I look the same, I just don't have any ears.
Okay. Just the
Or
white
tails.
hair. Yeah, just the white hair.
Yeah. I don't think that's that uncommon in D&D.
God damn it. I searched for fantasy flat world in Google, and now my Google is going to be nothing but flat earth conspiracy shit.
That sounds fun.
That's
It's-
hilarious.
It's going to hurt me.
Just don't say it. Google can
Just don't
I
sign up
work-
for it.
listen.
I worked with a flat Earth guy, and it was so tempting to like ask him questions, but at the same time, you didn't want him to like start talking and convincing you, but you also wanted to know. It was terrible.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
All
Let's see
right.
if it,
Handouts. Add handouts. I should have had this prepared ahead of time. I apologize. This is the only thing I don't have prepared ahead of time, mind you.
Did we decide we're not going to be able to see anybody's character sheets?
Everybody's character sheet is visible to everyone else. Okay, so... yeah,
Only the picture is.
Sure. You can only see the pictures, you can't see the inside of the sheet?
That's correct.
Yep.
You can only see the picture.
That's weird. Okay. Can you see everybody else's character sheets? I just sent you a picture of the planet. That's different. I'm using this in my flavor text.
I can only see bio and info on the character sheets.
That's weird. I don't know how to fix
actually,
that.
hang on. I can see all on whoever Alloprix is, and I can only see bio and info on Kragox and Nefer.
That's fine. That's fine. That's because I had to make it so that everybody could edit because Squishy's sheet was being weird. All right. So anyway, you can see their names. You can see their pictures. Fuck it. That's all I want. Now I just shared with you a handout as basically part of my description. Can I get back to the flavor?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. All right. So Kalgard is a flat world. The water shows up, appears somehow on the tip of the mountain Alhama, where the gods live. All of them live at the top of there. It is a windswept and frigid wasteland going to there in Terra Incarna. Basically, it's just a constant blizzard going up the mountains, but the mountain is the peak of all of Kalgard. Other than that, the water just flows off the edge. You all start... We begin in the city of Sheepsford. Sheepsford is near the... Sorry. Sheepsford is near the city of Borjas, but is a smaller step-over dock town. It has one fort, some docks at the end and everything like that, and the most crowning achievement of the city of Sheepsford is A, the river running through it, and B, the large clock tower. Though, as you come into town through whatever means, you guys haven't met yet, as you come in through whatever means you like into the city of Sheepsford, for whatever reason you're coming into, you notice something slightly odd. Part of it appears to be on fire. The main clock tower in the center of town. I'm going to share random handouts to you, by the way, so just click on them when you're able to. There, I mean, whether you're in here or not, it is clearly a crowning achievement in the town. It's got gables. It's picturesque. It's not working because at the time, there's an airship stuck into the side of it. Clearly, at some point, literally an entire gnomish airship has crashed into the side of the clock tower and is now lodged into it. The minute hand, it's so lodged into it that the minute hand is literally bashing into part of it as the gears in the clock tower still try to move it. The airship is strangely and shockingly resilient. The things you've heard of airships are that they are controlled by the gnomes in... Fuck, what was that city called? I need to get out my own map. Delhas is the capital city of the gnomes in the mountains to your northwest. But usually you only see airships at a huge long distance, which you're kind of happy about because the only thing you really hear about the airships is that the gnomes are crazy and that the airships have a tendency to crash and explode. But that tends to be everything owned by the gnomes kind of has a reputation for crashing and exploding. You never expected to see one this low altitude and in the side of a clock tower. As you come into the middle of the clock tower square, there's a couple people like standing around. There's some very confused workmen standing in front of the clock tower, kind of staring up at it, and there's two guards just sort of staring up at the clock tower, obviously trying to keep the populace back, but more bemused than annoyed by everything. So, I'd like y'all to. There's not many people in the square, but I would like you guys to roll me perception, everybody.
All right.
How does I do this?
You go into your character sheet, go to your skills.
Oh, you should have put magic missile and sleep under spell level 1 instead of cantrips in the sheet.
Oh, I did? Not my bad. You can move those. Next to persuasion, there's a dice button that you can hit.
Perception.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where in course that?
Skills.
Skills.
That
Perception.
a dice?
There should be a picture of a dice next to it. There you go. Wow, you guys are just blind right now.
Where is perception?
On the right-hand side under the skills tab.
Perception.
I pushed the button and I didn't see anything.
What is happening right now?
We are blind.
No kidding.
Blind as a bat, I tell you.
You have to go to the chat tab on the upper right. There's a bubbles thing, and it'll show you everybody's rolls. And that's everybody. So yeah, you did roll it twice, but you did roll. So everybody is freaking blinded by the sun.
Blinded by the sun.
Okay.
Quite a blinding sun, huh?
I'm gonna skip past like half of everything I wrote in that case.
We can roll again.
No. What? I already made you roll. What would be the point of making you roll again if I just wanted you to succeed? That's dumb.
If no one saw it, that's why.
Yeah, nobody saw what I was going to talk about. That's fine. So, you guys do hear the guards are like standing at kind of in the middle of the clock tower square. There's some merchant stalls set up, but they look like other guards are kind of clearing them out. They're packing up their stuff. Everybody seems like nobody's panicking. There's not smoke. And you will notice on the airship itself, while it is crashed at an angle into the clock tower, the fans at the back of it are still running and trying to push it even further into the clock tower. It doesn't make any noise other than the normal just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh of slow fans at the back. But at the same time, it's still active and it's still trying to burrow itself further into the clock tower. It looks like it's actually stalled where it is. But the guards are sitting there staring up at it. One of them just goes, What are we supposed to do about this? And the other one goes, they arrested the guy. It's fine. This isn't our concern. The workmen will do something, right? And the other one goes, I don't know. Why are you asking me? This is way above my pay grade. So now, all of you, as you have all walked coincidentally into the square at the exact same time, describe yourselves starting with AndrewDan.
Oh, okay.
You mean like what you're doing or something?
What you look like?
What
Yes.
you look like.
Starting with
let's-
AndrewDan.
The character's name is Kragzar.
Well, you can introduce yourself later, just what your appearance is.
Okay. He has on his tied to his neck, it's a cape, a black towards a gray cape, which one of his hands is hidden by the cape, and the other is like kind of in the air, kind of gesturing, holding a shield of a god. His armor is pretty well kept, and his face is pretty well. Most of his face is pretty visible. Blue eyes, golden skin of a golden dragonborn, and pretty distinct features of someone that saw a lot of things or saw a traumatic event.
So you have a haunted look.
Yeah.
Okay, and the symbol on your shield is the symbol of Bahamut, you will all notice. If you are familiar with the religions, which, I mean, Bahamut is a pretty... most Dragonborns do follow Bahamut, so you're pretty familiar with the symbol on his shield. Alright, Muse, go ahead and describe what your character looks like.
Oh dear. Okay. So my hair is solid, like blindingly white. I am dressed in a blue, almost uniform-looking outfit, covered in gold with trimmed with gold braid.
Halfling, by the way.
Halfling, yes, halfling, and I'm wearing prestigious boots, which are unnecessary for a halfling, but just to show off my monies. And my eyes are light and slightly blue. That's what I got.
Okay, so looks rich. Halflings usually do, but this halfling male is distinct in the fact that they have white hair but still look young, and very pale eyes. All right, Evie, describe yourself.
Right.
Just what you look
I'm
like.
glad I'm not the only one struggling with this.
Well, I don't know how to start this.
Just describe what you look like. It's your OC. I mean, you should know.
Well, first of all, most of her face is hidden behind the cloak. Strands of pure white hair, and sort of like almost pigtails, but not really, go down over her chest, which of course is pretty much flat, almost. Her outfit is like underneath the cloak. Her outfit is mostly just normal common clothes, just a shirt and some pants, really.
What color's your cloak?
The cloak is just black.
Okay, and describe your height, because I mean you look human, but you're exceptionally short.
She's short. She is short, almost like a kid looking.
So kid, but like adult. Shape, just kid sized.
If someone didn't know her, she could easily be mistaken as a kid, like a teen.
She's a fun-sized candy bar.
Yes, I think.
Okay, Evie-sized. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yes. So Squish, describe your character. You are muted.
I know I'm muted. I just wanted to make sure I didn't over-clack or whatever anyone. So, if anyone managed to look down, you'll see two at height of 2 feet 11 inches. Energetic little dragon thing that looks smarter than it should. It's wearing a kind of a humble monastic robe that mimics its kind of a cobalt orangish colors, and she's jiggling with her glasses and apparently didn't see whatever she was looking for because she's reading a book.
Also has the large dog following her.
Oh yes, there's also a large dog that seems almost to be larger than her.
Can you give me
his name is Bow Wow
or something?
That explains Bow.
Are you riding the dog currently?
Not currently. I think right now he's just kind of heel.
Okay. Okay, so that's the description of the most noticeable people that you see in the square right now. Squish, you should click in the bottom right on the As button and press your character. Same with Muse. What?
I'm sorry, what?
In the top
in the bottom right underneath the chat box, there is a thing that says As. You should choose your character.
Yeah, that way when you roll something, it'll show your name on the chat thing.
You.
Also show how horrible your characters may look.
I got it.
I assure you, he looks okay.
I'm so proud of my character.
You should be.
Yours
we worked pretty hard on that.
And your figure actually looks good.
Okay, so I need you all to come up with the reason that you are in this town. It is a smaller town. It's not a capital town, but it is still a city. It's between Borhos and Delhos. The gnome city is Delhos. Borhos is known as the capital of the halflings, where all shipping trade seems to come out. The halflings are kind of known as rich and also foolhardy because they're the only ones. Well, they're known to be foolhardy because of the fact that they are brave enough to actually sail out into the open ocean and risk going over the side.
The world map, could you share that a bit more detailed than the ones that's currently here? If you have.
Add it to handouts.
That would be nice.
Or that, yeah.
I mean, do you mean this one?
No,
The one you had us on the main back with all the colors.
Okay. Shit. Now I gotta find that. I don't have it any. Fuck. Wiki bullshit.
You can just move us to the other scene, to the other world map scene.
There you go.
Yeah, and just take a screenshot of it or something.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Like
That'll
this
work.
will
It's
be a
just
lot
little
easier.
easier
Like
to-
not like even if we don't have a map, just having this in general would help us with just general things. Even if us in-game character don't.
Yeah,
know.
it just annoys me. I had an entire huge thing written out for my entire world on a wiki, and then the wiki deleted it. So I'm still frustrated about that. But there you go. So between Borhos and Delhos is where you currently are.
Hang on. I need to take a screenshot. Unless you're doing it and doing a handout.
I'll do it. Hold on. It annoys me that I have to do it like this. Okay. And so you guys are between the there we go. And then let's get a handout of that. All players. I'm uploading it right now.
Okay. Where did you say we were again? Between
Delhas and Borhos.
Yes, between Delhos and Borhos. So there's the handout.
So we're in a city over here.
Yeah. I mean, I moved it, but yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Southwest.
You can see the mountains in the distance off to your northwest, but generally you're still pretty far away from everything. So
Okay.
You're mostly you're near the. Wow, that map is not very large. Anyway, the clock tower city's name is Sheepsford.
Praise the sheep.
Sheepsford. So, basically, right now you're just standing here. You've got to come up with your own reasons why you have come to this town.
I have.
I know why I came.
Yeah. Same.
So you are all attracted by the sight of this airship crashed into the side of a clock tower, and the news that whoever piloted it was arrested, and nobody quite seems to know what to do, or how. And you can hear the workmen complaining. How do we stop the thing? Well, I don't want to get on it. I mean, who knows what's up there?
Yeah. Kalgard takes a look around and wants to kind of like see who's the higher ranking guard there.
There's just the two guards that aren't working, who are mostly just standing there. They've got short helms, halberds in hand. They've got the uniforms of the normal guard around there, but neither of them looks like they've got any kind of military insignia or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt your game,
Kreisgar.
guys. It was like that.
Yeah. There. Oh shit! Like, hold on. Sorry, guys.
Kreisgar takes off his hooded facade, and you can see that he kind of has like a pulled back with in a bun dread type of hair. It's from the like kind of like if you think Chinese dragons would have those whiskers, but they're like on his head, and they're like on the back of his head. They're knotted in a bun. He comes to the guards and he hails them. Good day, guards. May I ask some questions about these happenings?
One of them turns to you and looks you up and down and goes, okay. Yeah, sure. Ask away. I don't know what I can tell you, though, Paladin. He seems unsure, but he just throws a random guess because of your shield.
You are quite perceptive, guard. My name is Cracks. If you would like to call me that. What happened to what happened? Like what happened to the ship? Did it just come in? No questions asked. What happened? Can you give me a sort of explanation?
The other one turns back to look at the airship, sort of scratching underneath his helmet. He goes, yeah, basically, it was just a normal day, and then this thing comes hurtling out of the clouds, comes straight down into the clock tower. Usually, if the gnomes are going to be flying overhead, they're not going to come down, at all, but if they do, they make sure to do it outside of town. This thing just came in hurtling. Never seen anything so fast, neither. And then, it crashed the clock tower, made a whole hell of a lot of noise. Didn't catch anything on fire, which I'm surprised about, but it could explode any minute. You know how gnomes are. And he sort of gives a long, suffering sigh of one who has lived close to Delhos forever.
Kind of pat him on the shoulder. Out of character, what do I know? What does my character know about airships? What does he know the extent of it?
The gnomes pilot them around. You have seen them from a distance. You've never been on one. You've never really seen one land or been close to it, but you know that they usually, like in the larger capital cities, they have airship docks, which are basically gigantic towers with docks around them and stairs that go up and down. And the gnomes have also engineered lifts that can be powered to lift cargo up and down. They're generally used for basically what boats do. They're a safer form of ship travel because the fact that it can't fly over the edge of the world, but at the same time, they might crash. They might catch on fire for no reason. They might explode. It's unpredictable. And plus, when you're up there in the clouds, you could be hit by lightning at any moment. Storms can just take you out. So they're not considered that safe, but safer than ship travel. Like the gnomes and halflings, they're crazy. The halflings have made themselves rich and more reliable, but the gnomes, their stuff tends to explode.
Oh boy.
Do they? Do I know like what's the crew? Like who's actually driving this thing, piloting this thing?
You know that they have a crew or a pilot. You don't know anything about it. Also, this airship itself seems to be smaller than the ones that you've seen before. More crude.
So it's a new prototype, to say the least.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? Woohoo! So I want.
Hold on. Squish was talking first.
Okay.
I wanted to look up at one of the guards. It's, just like tug at their uniform from my tiny
He
body.
looks down at you shocked, and he didn't even notice you were there.
Sir, you seem to be feeling dismay. Is there some commotion going on?
He looks down at you. Oh, God, you're well spoken. Yes, ma'am. There's bloody airship into the clock tower. Don't know what to do about it.
I jiggle my glasses and look up and try to look at the clock tower and the airship, and try to think if that's something that I'm reminded of from anything I saw from my studies in the monastery.
Roll me. We could actually use this. One moment. Let me pull up your character sheet so I can see skills. Because you might actually have a lot of information about this, being a scholar.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me history or insight, your choice. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you basically know everything that I just said about them before. You also know that from your observations, this is a low-flying altitude traveling personal skiff style of airship. It can house up to 12 people, but can generally be manned by 1 to 2. You can see that this is, in fact, like AndrewDan said out of character, this is a prototype. It's brand new from what you've seen. It's got fins on the side. It's got two propulsion fans on the back instead of the normal one. The shape of the balloon is much different from what you've seen before, and the fact that it is still running after crashing into something means either the pilot is still in there, or it's on autopilot, which there's no such thing as autopilot in this world, especially for airships. That would be dangerous, but it's still going. Something is still pushing it to go forward. And you heard before, you remember the guards saying that they arrested whoever came out of it.
Huh.
So this is an exceptionally advanced version of the airships. You've never seen one like this before or even heard of it.
I monologue all of this that you said out loud, kind of staring at the clock tower and airship, and kind of drift into thought while I give Muse some space.
So this tiny, scholarly-looking, reddish kind of kobold goblinoid kind of thing is basically sitting there next to an enormous dog, espousing and just say like giving a lot of that information to just the air, not even paying attention to who's there, just saying all of this stuff. The general populace just, oh, well, that's fascinating. Why does this thing have such fans on the back end? It's still moving, but you said that the pilot was not there? Doesn't even allow the guard to answer. Just continues on. The guard just goes, just trying to keep up, and just goes, yeah, a gnome came out of it. Pilot dropped on the ladder, and he points up to the ladder that you all missed somehow. You guys all rolled so low, but yeah, there's a rope ladder hanging out of it that's sort of like flapping in the wind, that goes down to the level where it crashed into the clock tower itself. And but yeah, apparently, he's basically trying to get a word in edgewise towards this rambling tiny kobold person. Basically going yeah, he got arrested, was very indignant, asked why we put a clock tower in his way.
Excuse me, sir, about this prisoner that you have, well, this pilot that you have imprisoned, where can we find him and ask? Maybe perhaps we can help and solve why this happened.
By the way, I'm just sitting on a bench nearby listening to all of this.
Okay. Muse, do you want to do anything?
My thunder got stolen. You know what? I want to charge up the ladder.
The clock tower itself is guarded. There's several workmen outside kind of trying to figure out what to do and clearing out rubble, and there's also a circle of guards that are keeping populace away.
Do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to listen in eagerly to find out where that pilot is being kept.
Okay. So you, AndrewDan asks, or Krags asks, let me...
Kragsar. There you go.
I'm just going to call you Krags.
Yeah. Krags.
It's going to stick. Give me a persuasion roll.
Crappy.
Well, I am proficient, so it should go okay or not.
What in the world?
It's another 7.
How?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay, so no, the guard looks at you and goes, I don't know what you could possibly do to help here, sir. I appreciate the gesture, but I think we have things well in hand.
Alright.
It's
Just,
kinda
just to
like
clarify, did Andrew ask where the prisoner was?
Yeah, and if you can help.
I want to step forward and demand to be told where the prisoner is being kept.
Oh,
Okay.
a demand. Okay, then you need to also roll me a persuasion or intimidate, whichever one you want. Please roll better.
so it's like it's better.
Hold on.
A
My
5.
computer's taking forever to load the thing.
That one.
I
And
would say that I could do it,
where
but
do I find? There you are.
You're enjoying the conversation.
Da-da. What do I?
What
it's
is
better.
going?
It's
wait,
better.
Omni, just to clarify, is it the first or is it the second number? What's the difference between them?
The first
first
one is the normal one. The second one would be if you had advantage. So
Yeah.
the guard
Okay.
is looking around and just going, "Excuse me, sir. You do not have to be so rude. Now all of you need to clear out of this area before I get angry." He's still
I'd
like
like to
confused by
interject.
everything.
Can I come up and ask? I get up from my chair and slightly shimmer over and ask him, could you maybe tell me where the prisoner is instead? I'm pretty good with negotiations.
I mean, roll it.
Persuasion or
Persuasion for that one, definitely.
hang on, I got it.
Is there a way to keep all of the keep my character sheet open?
Yeah, there's a button in the upper left-hand corner where you can pop it out and have it to be in its own window.
Never mind.
Or if you double-click on it when it's open, it will minimize it to the screen itself. Okay,
I don't know how I don't know how I could ask to use deception.
Oh, you guys are having fun, I'm sure. I'm just analyzing this great, beautiful crime scene here.
Okay, so as you're
Even how many rolls?
what is with the D20 rolls today? As you're analyzing this, the guard that you've been talking to loses his temper. Yes, that was a roll for a will save for his temper. So as Alo is sitting there espousing on all the things on this strange disaster, suddenly the guard grips you by your cloak and just goes, "That's it. I'm done here. You all are disturbing the peace, and you will come with us." And the other guard starts to summon over more of the guard. And as the first guard, who is now holding on to Alo's cloak, goes, "That's it. Arrest these four."
Are we getting? Have we just spent 20
Have
minutes
I
and we're
committed a
already in
crime,
prison?
sir?
What did you say?
Have I committed a crime?
Disturbing the peace. He's just clearly he has no
Doesn't
more.
care.
He does not care anymore. He's just like,
Omni,
this
can I
this is above
quickly
my
run
pay grade.
away?
Hold on. Let me.
Can I want to throw my hands in the air and say, "Yes, take me to where you keep your prisoners."
I would like to quickly run away
You
and
just
turn
want to try and
into the nearest
make me
alley.
a reflex save.
What's the reflex
Dexterity
save?
save.
What?
Dex.
Dex save.
Yeah, unless you're
There's no
proficient in it. Oh, there's no what? Yeah, there is.
Dex is reflex.
You can be
Right.
if you're proficient in it, then you get the save. You get the yeah, roll the save next to Dex.
Okay, so okay.
Oh wow, you're gone.
Yes.
Like he barely tries to catch onto your cloak, but you manage to get away. AndrewDan, do you want to do anything?
Do they try to do anything to me to try to grab my hand to cuff me or?
Two of the guards come over and they seem like a little bit nervous about you, but they're brandishing their halberds. They don't know why you're under arrest, but they keep saying, "Please, sir, just come with us quietly."
Yeah, I just look at both of the guards and I kind of he kind of defeats his soul. Yeah, I'm gonna help people. Look, I haven't come to disturb anyone's peace. I just want to help people. This is my way.
the one that was talking to you goes, that may be, sir, but you are getting in the way of this investigation, and I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. We're going to talk to the captain.
Can I just step
Sorry,
away
I
and
had-
we'll just say that I was bumbling about?
You're not really allowed to. They're brandishing halberds in your direction, not pointing them at you, but clearly they don't want you to move.
How is
Yeah,
Bow Wow responding?
Your dog? Your dog is
Yes.
loyal. Your dog is like sitting there just sort of panting like, oh, this is interesting. There's a lot of interesting people.
Good, good.
Yeah, he kind of like, he puts his finger like on the tip of the halberd. He kind of like, pointy weapons, huh? He kind of like, all right. Well, I haven't done anything, so I'm quiet.
Evie, make me another dex save.
1 second, I was just trying to get rid of this line I made.
Okay, so one second. Let's say, yeah, that's it. That sounds good. Oh wow.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh, so basically, as you run off, 2 guards come after you, coming your way. And are you familiar with the city, or did you just travel into it?
I'm familiar with the city because I lived in a forest nearby.
Okay. Well, you lived in the forest, but not the city itself. And as you come around a corner, it turns out you are now stuck in an alleyway, and there's a guard at either end of it trying to basically box you in. They've actually caught you in this alleyway. There's one on either side of you.
Can I? Is there any way to climb up the buildings? Is there anything that's climbable?
You can try.
Or could I athletics my way past them?
Could you what?
Like I'm athletic or acrobatic, whatever the fuck that means.
You can.
Could I run, or can I jump over them or slide under them or something?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, so the guard that's not blocked my way
really
out.
Quick, roll me a perception first.
Oh god.
Oh, the perception.
Perception.
Wow.
Oh.
That you get.
I'm not blind.
But you got a -2. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, you notice that one has put away his halberd and is instead holding a cudgel. The other one has a net. And then they're both advancing towards you. So yeah, if you want, you can try and roll acrobatics to get away.
Cudgel. God, that's such an
Okay.
Evie is Evie.
So, oh Jesus Christ! One second here. Decided.
I'm a troublemaker. I am familiar with this stuff.
At least the dice are.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, you go running at the one towards the one with the cudgel. The one with the cudgel, by the way, a cudgel is just a non-steel mace, basically. But he's the less dangerous one. He's also the one that is towards. You want to go towards the courtyard or away from the courtyard?
The courtyard is where all this stuff happened, right?
Yeah.
I want to run away from the courtyard.
Okay, that's towards the one with the net.
Okay, then we'll run back towards the courtyard.
Okay, that's the one with the cudgel. He rolled a 12. You're able to basically just you kind of do a wall run above his head, and he looks completely shocked until the other guard coming behind him.
We're gonna throw a net at you.
Yeah, the other guard hits him with a net. And now they're tangled up in this one guard's net as you get back towards the courtyard. So the same alleyway that you saw the the incredibly short, attractive woman run down, suddenly, as 2 guards go back down it, you suddenly watch as everybody watches as the same girl comes running straight out of the same alleyway, and then you hear shouts and grunts from the guards who followed her.
I'm stuck going to jail.
Well, I never.
If they can catch me.
And 2 more guards take off after you, Evie.
I want to continue running away from here.
Oh my god. Is anybody else doing anything in the meantime as I
I
deal
want to
with
see the
Evie?
reaction.
I'm all
is there-
surrendered and ready to go.
She surrendered. Okay. I'm kind of losing
Hold on,
track of
Karen,
where
hold on.
I am right now.
You're being held by the captain or whatever the fuck.
Am I
the person is.
physically held, like, by the scuff of the neck?
Basically, yeah, one's got like a hand, like the one who is calling for all of your guys' escort to the captain has a hand bundled up in your cloak hood at the moment. But, like, not threateningly, just like, please come with me, please don't make trouble, like the strange...
I say, let's go, just, I need to keep my dog with me.
Yeah, yes, of course, ma'am.
And do take me to your leader, not some thug. Like, I look at him condescendingly.
Oh, God.
Well, that's not a way how to talk to a guard.
Listen, I just told you everything about your crime scene.
Roll me
What
an
is up with these?
I don't know. Anyway, hit the intimidate button for me really quick. I just want to see something.
I have no intimidation. This could be interesting.
Just do it. He rolled a 5, okay?
Look, it's gonna crit fail. I'm calling it.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
The guard lets go of your cloak and goes, oh, yes, ma'am. And then he seems to shake his head and just go, damn it, catch her! And then 2 more guards go after Evie as well. So there's now 6 trailing you, Evie.
Can I look for a wall to potentially get on the roof?
Go for an acrobatics. Actually, that wouldn't be acrobatics, would it? That would be... No,
Tell
that'd
that
be
before I
that...
do the press it.
Would that be athletics or acrobatics?
I would say I said I'd look for a wall to climb up.
Oh, then that would be a perception. Sorry.
Yeah, I hadn't been able to get up anyways with that roll. Actually, I am proficient, so I would, because it would have been the 21, right?
No, that's if you would have advantage. You don't have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah. Anyway, perception, right?
Yeah.
I'm blind as a bat.
Wow.
Okay. You sort of like burst into the square and look around kind of wildly, try to figure out where to go. And then you look at a nearby shop that has an awning over it. You go and try and scramble your way up into the awning. As you do, the cloth slips through your fingers. You fall on your back. I need you to roll a strength save.
Oh God.
With disadvantage. Oh shit.
No. Ow. I'm going to jail!
Yeah,
that's a
so
good...
6 guards are now piling onto you.
Help! I'm going to be killed by the way.
They're literally holding all of you, and they're just going, oh my... Like, they seem incredulous about this. Like, one of them is like, what did you think you were doing? We're just escorting you to the captain. You're being silly. And, like, all of them are, like, chastising you while also literally holding every single one of your limbs and carrying you like a sack in the air, unable to move because you rolled a 5.
Alas.
This is gonna sum up my character, by the way. Doing some awesome stuff 1 minute, and the next flopping on my face.
Yeah, you literally fell, like, the awning was like twice your size. You managed to grab hold of it, and then it slipped through your fingers. You just fell boop, onto your back. Okay, that was ridiculous. So, you are all escorted slowly to the
Well, they're being escorted. I'm being carried.
Yeah, you're being quote unquote escorted.
I just imagine them stuffing me on the bag and tossing me over the shoulders because of how small I am.
Basically, as they get you to the circle of people, everybody else is being like politely just like ushered along. They're binding your hands and feet with cord.
Well, I would be a slightly known troublemaker.
You think?
Yeah, a little bit. So they know they basically like been looking for an excuse to arrest you at this point. Hey guys, so what turned it to potentially just talking to the captain now might have just turned into a prison escape scenario. You can all thank
Eh.
Evie.
Excuse me, I was going to talk to the man in charge.
Oh, shut up,
Bring me to
Karen.
your manager.
Oh god.
So you're all escorted to a nearby guardhouse. It's actually like just a couple blocks away. Shut up, horse. And
What?
there was a horse neighing in the background noise.
Like, is my are all of our characters, excluding Evie's, are we cuffed or are we just like, come on, come along, like that type of thing?
No, you're all just being politely escorted.
Oh.
Like the one that lost his temper, was cowed down by Alo, who was staring him down from her 2'9" height. Like, stared down this man in a way that the Dragonborn could not. But yeah, no, basically now it's all of you are now escorting this trussed up tiny girl to where you were going. While Nefer, do you still have your hands in the air, or are you just like, this is where we're going now?
No, I am marching along with great dignity, as if this was what I always intended.
Going to prison. Yeah.
No, you're going to a nearby guardhouse. That's all.
Oh yeah.
Like, they will have a holding cell there, but they're not expected to use it until you get shipped off to the magistrate. And
I would say I would probably be put in the holding cell just for their own safety.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
So you get escorted to this guardhouse. Does anybody want to do anything on the way to the guardhouse? It's
Yes.
like 2 blocks.
I want
Well, I'm
to
unable to do anything anyway, so...
Yes.
strike up a conversation with Nefer, since that seems the only one who kind of went willingly.
Hey, you're eye level with me.
That's right.
They went willingly.
So what do you think this is all about?
I don't particularly care.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that airship.
Not a student of knowledge, my. All right, well, whatever. I just kind of turned back to my book.
I'm gonna ignore you and pretend that I never spoke.
The dog is following along behind, just tongue lolling out, like, "Oh yeah, we're on a trip now. Hooray!"
You can see as both Squishy and the Muse's characters are talking. You can hear Craig is as he's stepping, like it's heavy steps, not unlike a giant, but they're making like small towards like very small like tremors like near the guards and near who's standing near him. You can feel like he's pretty a pretty heavyweight type of guy. He kind of looks at his left hand and kind of, he's a little bit worried, like if he has enough time to, kind of, wound it, dress it, do the ritual again. I don't have time for this. He kind of like mutters to himself.
You get marched into this nearby guardhouse, and behind it there's a man behind a desk. There's a holding cell in the back. And a couple guards just lounging around at a table nearby, clearly on their leave. And the guard captain is behind the desk right now. He is a grizzled old veteran. Looks like he used to be a soldier. There's a scar in his cheek. He's bald. It's the guy in the handout I just gave you.
Yeah.
He's got the traditional. There's a horn on his side. All the guards have the same horn on their side for when they need to call for help. And he kind of looks up from his paperwork as you all walk in, escorted by 8 guards, if you can, just 8 of them, with a trussed up young woman, and he like looks like, oh god, what is this? And then immediately locks eyes with Evie and goes, oh.
Surprise?
Craig looks at the guard, looks at Evie, looks at the guard, looks at Evie.
So sorry, go ahead.
She's been your troublemaker in this town, correct?
The guard captain looks at you and just goes, you could say that. The guard who was escorting you goes, oh shit, I need a fantasy name. Sorry, I didn't actually come up with the scenario right now because this was not what I had planned.
Murder.
Like Evie.
Well, only you should basically plan for the unexpected with me here.
I can't plan for everything.
We can't plan for everything. We can just slightly assume how to.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, most of the D&D campaigns are like made up as we go, anyways, aren't they?
I mean, I've got
Okay.
plans. They should be planned out ahead of time, or at least a direction. So the guard who was escorting you like salutes his hand all the way across his chest. Captain Debit, sir. They were making trouble, and this one tried to get away when we tried to escort them here. They had a bunch of questions about the airship and about its pilot. They started to cause a ruckus in the city square. And the guard captain, Captain DeBeat, looks at you and goes, "Is that so?"
Not really.
Me, perhaps.
No, I don't know what they were doing.
He looks at you and goes, "That's not a surprise with you." You've encountered Captain Debit before. He is not a fan. Not a fan. You're a nuisance, but you're not a criminal, so he's never had reason to arrest you before.
Yeah.
No, he does.
Recognize me as the youngest son of the Miss Flower family, who is the greatest patron to the camp.
They are not. That is something that I say, not you. And
Okay, never mind.
no, you're not. You're not. This is not the town that I talked to you about, where you were the. This is not the logging town. This is a different town.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I should have explained that. No, this is not. This is not the place. This is a stop along the way to where your parents are sending you.
All right. Never mind then.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no. It basically looks at you. You are a halfling like every other halfling. Kind of snotty, very rich, probably noble of some kind. He's probably dealt with a lot of them.
Well, nobles, you know how they are. So, are you the man in church? I was.
You're the manager.
I was inclined to seek a negotiation regarding the current status of communications between the two of us after inspection of the commotion outside regarding the Zeppelin-like object and the clock tower, which seems to be non-functional at the moment. And I go spout some more nonsense regarding what I saw.
He blinks a couple times at you and sort of like lets you pile on before he goes, "Unfortunately, I'm in charge." Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Oh god, I really should have gotten that skill.
Yeah, sorry. So you guys, like, every party needs a face for moments like these.
It's one of those things. I play a bard usually, so this is just who I am.
So he kind of shakes his head at you and goes, "I'm sorry, I don't really know you. I can't allow you to go talk to the prisoner." So since you're new to this, Muse, I'm going to tell you right now, if there's talking involved, you do have persuasion. And
I know. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I am thinking.
Yeah, if you want to step forward and take charge, then you're totally able to. Yeah,
I go back to my book and turn away.
He basically looks to
already,
you.
Here's my problem is it was because somebody else has already demanded to speak to the prisoner. Why would they let me if they're already telling somebody else?
Because you're you.
Know what I'm saying?
Because you're better at doing it.
It's literally like you are a noble. You're haughty. You could basically just go, well, nobody's going to listen to a goblinoid. They might listen to me.
All right. So I step forward and demand to speak to the prisoner.
He looks at you and you know what? Roll your persuasion.
I'm working on it.
By the way, are they still holding me, or have they put me in the cell?
They're holding you. He's basically taking turns among everybody who's talking before he can get to you and decide what to do.
I'm prodding Evie and taking notes on the current ropes alignment.
Sorry, my computer's gonna take a hot. Just like.
Okay, so he looks at you. Evie, roll me an intimidation really quick, just out of curiosity.
Me?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, I just want you to roll intimidation.
Intimidation.
What are you trying to do? Are you Are you trying to look intimidating, or are you just basically like sitting there waiting to see what happens? Like, are you bashful?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a way to escape.
Okay. So basically, you step forward and demand to speak to the prisoner instead, and he goes, well, sir, and he takes this wild guess, and he goes, Master Half-Laden, I suppose you could speak to the prisoner if you really want to, if you think you can figure out a way to get that airship out of our clock tower. He's been arrested for, crashing the bloody thing, but I'm afraid of your companions. We're going to have to keep the young lady for... What exactly did she do? And he looks at the guard. He looks at the guard that brought you in, and the other guard goes, "Ran away, sir." And he goes, "From what?" And the guard that escorted you goes, "I was trying to escort her here, sir." And the captain just sort of looks at you and goes, "So."
The guard captain, and I told him she was resisting arrest, sir.
Being arrested for
Disturbing the peace.
So the guard that Captain DeBeat looks at you and goes, "So the usual then."
Maybe?
And he rolls his eyes and he just sort of waves his hand, and the guards that are holding you start to like untie your ropes, like apologetically. I goes, "Okay, well, sure, if Sir Master Halfling, if you and your companions would like to talk to the crazy old gnome, then I'll allow it just this once. I lords know I have no idea how to get that clock tower fixed and get the airship out of it. Maybe you can figure something out."
Can't we talk to the pilot and we can see how he can turn it off?
That's exactly what he just said. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
The prisoner that Muse was talking about is the pilot. So he waves to you, and are you all just going to go along? Like, Evie, are you going to cause trouble, or are you just going to...
I decide to stay a little bit back, but stay behind and watch still.
Okay, thank God. I like with everything that I'm doing, I'm like, okay, this is storyline, guys. We're going to go for storyline. Evie, are you going to play along?
I'm gonna play along for now, but
Yeah.
I can't promise anything.
That was basically the question, was like, Evie, are you playing along? So...
Well, you know this is all natural for my character, you know that, right? The running away and then getting hit.
I know, but like, it's kind of hard to like get things moving along.
Yeah, sorry, but I am gonna
sometimes.
play along for now.
I know.
As like we're like going with this snobbish-looking gnome,
Oh, she's a halfling.
halfling. Sorry, this is snob halfling. There you go. What are the rest of the coterie, so to speak, that I'm with?
The
Right.
what?
The group. Like
Can
what the
you
rest of the
rephrase the question?
pieces?
I don't
understand what you're
know.
asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what word you just said.
Looking at the other people that I'm with, what are their races? Like, can I discern their races? So can I?
Yeah, they gave you their descriptions already.
we did that at the beginning.
No. Like in character, not of the character.
Yes, of course you can. That's why I had them give you their descriptions.
Yeah, like, you see what you see.
No. The race. Do I know what?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what. Yes, for the fourth time.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so Evie seems like a very, very short human, possibly halfling. That's about all you know.
Kind of looking at. Have we arrived to this famous gnome that has wrecked the place?
You interrupted me before I was able to get there. Oh my God. Okay, so the guard captain stands up and motions for you to follow him. Two of the guards, the two that were in the square, come along for escort. The other ones leave. The other 6 that were escorting just Evie leave.
I deserved it.
He walks towards the back where there's a holding cell and there's another door behind it. He opens this door and there's a longer hallway with like one lantern at the end and a cell on either side of this with the bars are made of wood. One has what is very clearly some drunk snoring man in it. The other one has this. Did y'all get that handout?
Dorfin Wigglesworth.
Okay, so basically, there's this very aged gnome inside. He's got very, very strange goggles on. He's very clearly wearing what looks to be skin-tight chainmail. There's a cane to the side of him. He is completely bald, and he is literally, like, on the ground right now with a piece of charcoal writing... You're not sure what it is. Actually,
Can I
Illiprix.
read it?
Yeah, I was gonna say Illiprix. Roll me what would this be? Investigation?
Okay.
Because you don't have any knowledge skills.
Perception.
He can just roll an untrained or
Okay,
non-proficient.
do perception.
Yeah, this would basically just be an intelligence save.
Okay. Wait, where did my character sheet go?
It went poof.
It did go poof.
Yeah.
Intelligence save?
Yeah.
Save.
This is an untrained knowledge. You can see that he is making notations on numbers, and there's something about pressure, and then something else about chemical compositions, but that's about all you can really get from it. It is far past what you know. You're a religion scholar, not a engineering scholar.
I also do have adept linguist.
Okay, that's not going to help here though. This
No,
is
it's not
math,
gonna help you. No.
and chemical write-outs and like air pressure, all this stuff.
Just
We don't do math here.
Yeah.
apparently somebody does.
Yeah, this guy, Dorfin Wigglesworth. Anyway, so the captain sort of gestures and goes, hey, and he knocks on the wooden bars, goes, Wigglesworth, pay attention, some people to talk to you. And the gnome just mutters, not now, and continues to write furiously on the floor. And the captain sort of turns to you and shrugs, and then motions his hand towards the gnome, just going, well, you wanted to talk to him, go ahead.
Alright, so I step forward, skip all the questions, address the gnome, and say, if I arrange your release, will you pilot the ship and turn it over to
Okay, so roll me a persuasion.
That's a
That's
lot of
what I'm doing.
assumptions.
Hold on. Yep. That's what I do. Come on. Sorry.
Hmm.
I need to find the quickest way.
I mean, if you can't find it, you can ask me and I'll roll it for you. Okay, well, that's incredible. Because I was actually having you roll with advantage, I just didn't say anything. And you crit. You had a crit success. Yay, crit success! Hooray!
The first one of the game, and the
First
only one to
crit of
ever
the game.
happen.
25.
Yeah, so crits.
I don't care about anything other than getting that shit.
The full force of your personality basically permeates the cells, and Wigglesworth sort of looks up, and you watch as he sits back on his haunches and pulls his goggles up to show kind of, well, everybody roll me perception.
Look, I actually have it open for once.
Woohoo! I rolled a 1,
Yeah, no, I've got none of that.
and it wasn't even. I rolled actually a 3, but because of my -2.
What is going on with you people? For fuck's sake! How am I
I'm
supposed to
blind.
describe anything if you're this goddamn blind?
Well, I have heterochromia. Maybe that is something to my eyes.
I did get a 13. That's
Okay.
something.
Can we? I'm sorry to ask this again, but I'm not understanding the dice. What's the difference between the two numbers again?
Okay, so there's a mechanic in the game called advantage or disadvantage. It's if I say roll this with advantage, then you would take the higher number. If I say roll it with disadvantage,
You basically roll it twice.
yeah. So if I say roll it with disadvantage, then you would take the lower number. So for your persuasion attempt, because you are haughty, you are a halfling, you are trying to get him out, and you said that you would get him to his airship, I had you roll with advantage, so you got the 25 instead.
Okay.
Unless
That
I
makes
say
sense. I'm like,
unless I say advantage or disadvantage, then you just take the first number. So for example, I just said roll this. The only person who got above fucking 10 was Aloprix. Aloprix, since you are looking at him and trying to basically figure out what's going on, you notice he has heavy cataracts.
Also, Omni, to my defense, I am standing a bit back and basically not really paying that much attention.
You're kind of staring
So-
at the drunk guy.
I would say to also.
I'm just staring into space.
Well, hold on. Let me continue. He is nearly blind from what you can see.
Interesting.
Can as you can see from his goggles, one of them has a huge magnifier on it, and you think that might be the only way he's able to read his own notations. But I need to continue with what I was saying. So as the halfling, so what were your conditions? You said get him out, get him to the airship, and then take what?
he's gonna pilot it. He's gonna give me the airship, and he's gonna pilot it for me.
And he looks up at you and goes, piloting was the problem that got me here in the first place. I'm a terrible pilot. Are you a good pilot? Can you pilot? Can you pilot an airship? Can any of you pilot an airship? And he looks at all three of you and then looks up at AndrewDan and he goes, you're a large one. And then he starts suddenly like writing out numbers, and you can see that he is trying to guess. He's trying to calculate air pressures versus weight and lift, adding in a new number for weight that is significantly larger than you think it would be. And even you can see from here, Kragzar, that he is severely overestimating your weight.
I would say I could pilot the ship, even though I can't.
I mean, are you going to?
Takes he knees and looks towards the gnome, and he humbly asks, "What can you teach one of us how to pilot this thing?"
Omni, can I just pop up and say that I can pilot the airship, even though I can't?
Yeah, of course you can. You can say whatever you like. So the
and
gnome
try and convince him with it.
Go roll me a persuasion.
Shouldn't it be deception, since I actually can't?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it'll be deception. And there's no sense motive anymore.
Insight.
Insight
is sense motive.
Everybody else roll me at insight. You are trying to beat a 15.
If I don't beat a 15, then I'm not good. How? Oh wait, no, that was wrong. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, came up.
I was like, I have
you
plus
said
4 to
it was
insight. There's no way I'm
perception?
losing anything.
No, insight is on the left-hand side of the skills thing.
Insight, that's what I was for.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
But gosh, it seems like I'm the only one who notices anything.
Yes. So basically, hold on 1 minute. Insight is wisdom. Oh, that's gonna be great. D20 minus, because he has like none. Oh wow.
Well, he rolled
basically,
50, but -2.
Basically, Dorfin suddenly stands up, runs across the cell, way faster than you expect an old man to, completely smearing through his calculations and writing on the floor, drops the charcoal, and looks straight at Evie and just goes, "You know how to pilot an airship? That's amazing! I didn't think anybody knew how to pilot an airship, especially not a human." and that everybody believes Evie, except for Aloprix, who you can tell she's talking out her ass. But whether you choose to say anything about it or not, it's up to you.
I ask Evie to explain the operation procedure for launch control.
I'm gonna say this, Evie. Because you already rolled and you already succeeded, you can bullshit your way through everybody here except for Aloprix, who knows you're lying.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
basically, I'm just going to take charge a little bit here. Evie rattles off a bunch of absolute nonsense about levers, and then talks about how, well, you know, every airship is different.
And then I just nod and let you continue. Go back to
I'm
my
just
book.
waiting until I get up to the ship and get to actually pilot that damn thing.
Oh, this is going to be terrible. And we're going to have a TPK in the first fucking game.
TPK.
Yeah, TPK means total party kill.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Don't say I tried.
Yeah. So, the guard captain seems kind of incredulous, but believes you. And he just goes, "You can get that thing out of my clock tower?"
Yeah, if you let him out and allow us to take him up with us, I can totally get it out.
He just sort of looks around and he looks at Nefer and just goes, "Oh, sir, you've hired some impressive people. I thought this one was good for nothing." And he starts to pull the key ring off of his belt.
This is where my charisma comes into play.
I can't believe that fucking worked. Oh my god!
Now we know how to get him out of prison.
Oh my god! I can't believe that. That I am shocked that fucking worked.
Just wait until my random pressing of buttons on the airship.
Oh god.
So I want the gnome too. So I demand that the guards bring me the magistrate.
The what?
The magistrate. You said the magistrate, the one who did the sentencing and all.
Yeah, sure.
At least, yeah.
So the guard, the guard says, "Yes, of course, we're going to take you straight to the magistrate." But I can guarantee you, I'm more than happy to get this damn airship out of my clock tower, and I'm pretty sure the magistrate will agree with me. And he opens the cell door, and the gnome walks out, and he immediately walks up to Nefer and shakes her hand way too fast. He's clearly imagine like a hamster on cocaine. And just shakes her hand furiously, goes, thank you much, this is great. My name is Dorfin Wigglesworth, Dr. Dorfin Wigglesworth, Professor Dorfin Wigglesworth. My airship, it's new, it's a new design. And then he goes over and immediately grabs Evie's hand and starts shaking it, and he goes, aha, a pilot, it's amazing. I've never met a pilot that wasn't a gnome. Clearly you must have learned in the greatest of places. And he just basically goes on this kind of thing until the captain starts walking away, and then he kind of he has to take 3 steps for every one of Captain David's, but he follows him. And do y'all just follow?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm taking notes.
Okay.
You're just I'm finding Andrew. You're just no, not Andrew. Squish.
I'm very
just
fascinated
waiting to
by
see.
all of this.
Yeah, waiting to see what I do when we get on the airship.
So, quick
Good
question:
research.
what language are you writing in your notebook?
Me?
Yeah.
Draconic.
Okay. No. Crackscar, can you speak Draconic?
I am a dragonborn, so yes, I can.
Oh my god, you can. Roll me a perception.
Please don't. Hey, an 11. That's
Okay,
better.
you still failed it. So basically, I was checking to see if you were able to read over her shoulder. You're not. But you see that she's writing in Draconic, but you can't read what she's saying.
I kind of look at her, look at her notes, and kind of surprised and.
Does anyone else beside me know Abyssal?
Um,
I don't think so.
Do you?
Oh yes, actually. Oh shit. No,
you know
no, never mind.
you
I
know
thought never might, but no, you don't. You know
Love you
Celeste.
too.
What?
You know
Who
how to
even
speak
speaks Abyssal?
Demons.
What is abyssal?
Okay.
It's a demon language. Okay.
Yeah.
yes, the dark evil
But
plane.
it's different from Infernal.
Yeah, it's more fiend than demon. And
Okay.
things
It's very-
things that live in the Underdark, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and?
Okay, Muse?
Muse, are you alright?
I'm being attacked by a cat. Sorry,
Oh.
Okay.
in a loving way, but still an attack.
Sure.
Cat attack.
Alright, so are you all just following along behind this?
Yep.
I was gonna talk with Muse. Yeah. With Muse, with Squishy's character.
You
I
know,
saw that she, that I saw something in the Draconic, so I kind of presumed. Kind of look at her, like kind of looking down a little bit, but not out of spite. Just kind of.
I would like to see if I can catch him trying to snoop.
Roll me a perception.
Okay.
I would say to use my passive perception, but
Well, I mean,
Let's go blind bats.
Apparently not.
unless it's a combat situation, you always get your passive perception. The reason I have you, like, if your passive perception is higher than what you roll, tell me your passive perception instead.
What is how do I check my passive perception?
It's 10 plus your,
Oh, so mine is 8.
10 plus your...
Modifier. Wisdom.
Oh, no, it's where it says passive.
Yeah, it's 8.
mine is 14. That's why I can kind of.
12.
I have 16 deception as passive.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong
15
thing.
in
Yeah, yours is,
acrobatics.
I was looking at persuasion for some reason. No, yours is 8, yeah. So yeah, if you roll lower than your passive perception, just tell me your passive perception.
14.
Okay. So actually, the deception I had would actually have been 16.
What?
I don't know.
No, it would
The
have
one
been
I
8.
tried to. No, I'm just saying the deception when I said about the airship, I did roll 15, but actually would have been 16.
Oh, I see what you mean. Anyway, so what is your Krags and Alo? Tell me your passive perceptions.
$14.
Okay. Krags, you see that the small goblin has written the words "small white-haired human," but not anything else, and it's in Draconic. Alo, you do notice that he is sort of looking over your shoulder, interested, but not that he's like more interested in like you than what you're trying to write. Like kind of looking around is what you suspect. You're kind of concentrating on your notes.
All right, I dismiss it immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks at her if she looks back, and says in Draconic, "Do you know how to speak the language of Dragonborns as well?"
I reply in Dorvish. I know how to speak many languages.
You have no idea what she just said.
Then I turn back to my book and ignore him.
It's gonna be now.
But would people recognize what kind of language it is, even though they don't know it?
Yeah, you absolutely know that she replied in Dwarvish.
I ask if they speak Gnomish.
I reply in common, no.
No.
You don't know Gnomish.
No, I don't.
That's why I want to learn.
Okay. Yeah, you know Halfling. But yeah,
This is just a random conversation we're having.
by the way, as you're walking, I'm gonna say this. Do you guys introduce yourselves by name?
Hi, I'm Alo.
I'm Crag.
Mistflower. Never.
I'm just being dragged along by the dwarf.
There's no dwarf.
Or whatever the fuck the guy was, the dwarfin.
Oh, the gnome?
Yeah, I'm just being dragged along by him.
Okay, Debbie, do you introduce yourself by name?
No,
Okay.
I'm too busy being dragged along.
So basically, everybody introduces themselves and then like looks at you expectantly, and you just ignore them.
All right, cool.
You don't have a name, human person?
Make me AndrewDan, make me an insight.
Alright. Can I roll a religion to like know what she is?
No.
Okay. Insight. I have proficiency. I do. Ah, a natural.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Oh, that's not good for you, Evie. Oh no.
Do I need to roll a...
No, you don't. So, Krax, as you're sort of investigating this strange small human, you notice she's not human. There's sort of a almost imperceptible shimmer, and you're not sure what that means. But you do notice the effects of a very, very sophisticated glamour. Some sort of illusion kind of covering what she looks like. You don't know what it means, though. But you can see it. Like, she's not entirely human.
Okay, he kind of like he doesn't give the stink eye, but kind of like eyes are up and down, like a very squinty eyes, and kind of looks at her, then looks at the party, like kind of not realizing what she is. You're not human, are you?
God, what if I replied in Abyssal?
Just fucking calling him out.
I just stay silent and look away.
Silence is an answer, little one.
What did you say, Craig?
Not to all of you, to Evie specifically.
Well, yeah, but she still heard you.
I'm
Yeah,
like
they wrote over her, but maybe not
right
entirely
behind
her,
my-
what you said.
Okay, Squish, say again.
like right under your shoulder. I can pretty much hear you.
No. Like I'm looking at Alo. I wasn't referring to you, Alo. My apologies if I offended.
No, what did you say?
She doesn't look human. Like I kind of like point, like or like nudge or nod.
Make it Squish. Make a intelligence investigation check.
Okay.
Are there multiple investigation checks?
You can see like Craig's body language is like more sincere. Never mind.
She looks human to you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll go back to my book.
Nefer, also roll investigation, please.
I finally have this set up. Find it.
Yeah, skills. It's on the bottom left-hand side of your skills.
Yeah, first row, last check.
There it is. Oh, God.
What is wrong with the rolls today?
So, I got all full that I can pilot an airship, except Alo.
Krax
And
is clearly
all think
I
I'm
got a
human,
airship.
except Krax.
Yeah, he looks at the AV again, and he kind of like points towards her, like not commandingly, and kind of look closely.
No matter what you say, we can't tell.
Yeah,
No,
they can't see it, but you're claiming something. So, really quick, does Captain Dabeed know your character's name, Evie?
Yeah, he knows my name, but he doesn't know that I'm not human.
Okay, really quick.
Like, I had to give it up multiple times, or I've had to set it to him, at least the first time I've been brought him to him.
Oh shit.
Why?
Plus your proficiency bonus. Okay, so Captain Dabeed looks back at you, looks you over, kind of squints a little bit, and goes, "Evie looks human to me," and says your name out loud.
Oh, well, hello, V.
I just still stay silent.
You're out in the middle of the street now, by the way. You've been walking for like a couple blocks by this point. He's clearly leading you in a direction. The other guards are, like, the two guards that were in the square with you originally are still with you. Kind of just loping along. And your dog is still having the time of his life. Just like, I love
I think
dog.
we get the dog up the ladder.
I guess we'll find out.
I have my ways.
Anyway, so eventually you go to what looks to be a sort of like a. It is clearly the magistrate's office / post office / counting house near the docks, and he walks you inside. Says to the secretary, "We need to see the magistrate. It's about the airship problem." And she looks up and sort of squints at Dorfin and goes, "Oh yes, he's not busy. Go right ahead." And he walks you through the mansion. It's not a mansion. He walks you through this large office to a room in the back. The room that he leads you into, the magistrate's office, is clearly very used. There are bookcases along the walls, very large picture window for lights, several standing braziers with mirrors on the back of them to reflect light when he gets in the night. This guy clearly takes his job very seriously. The magistrate looks over your crew as you walk in, and he just sort of just gives this long-suffering sigh as he sees Evie.
Oh no.
And then an even bigger one as he sees Dorfin. And he looks you over and goes, "Yes, what is this?" And then he sees Nefer, and sort of his eyes widen a little bit, and he bows a little bit in his chair. Roll me an intimidate really quick. Nefer?
Absolutely. 1 second. Much faster.
And he bows a little bit in his chair and goes, my lord, Master Halfling, what can I do for you?" And Captain David says, "The Master Halfling and his entourage here says that they can get Wigglesworth's airship out of the clock tower, and this one," and he elbows Evie, "actually knows how to pilot an airship, if you can believe that." And the magistrate looks at Evie and goes, "You know what? I don't even care." "That's amazing. I would believe anything of you."
Is he sarcastic about it, or is he actually like that?
He roll me an insight.
Hang on. It's 8, by the way. It's 8.
Okay, yeah, it's 8. I'm just gonna give you this one. He just wants to get you the fuck out of town. He's fucking lying. But he doesn't believe you can do it. But my god, does he want to get you out of the city?
Alright, so I
Just
step
wait, I'm
forward.
going to fucking destroy all of the city.
Okay, go ahead, Muse.
Alright, so I step forward, state that I am the owner of the airship, and if you release the gnome and give me, I will take Evie off of your hands, and we will be out of your hair. Just need the gnome and feet.
The gnome does not notice the fact that you said the word own. He is too distracted. You rolled under your intimidation. He didn't hear the word own. He's just happy to get back to his airship at this point. So the
someone to fly it.
So the magistrate stands up and he walks over to one of his bookcases and goes through a bunch of scrolls there, and then pulls out a scroll. He unrolls it in front of his table and then waves over Nefer.
Okay, I step forward.
Is this a property damage costs?
I mean, does anybody want to see what's on the scroll? Because Nefer's going to see it.
I wanna take a
step
peek.
forward and investigate
Jesus.
the scroll. That's what I said.
I mean, he waved over just Nefer. I don't know if do you want to try and stop anybody else from coming over to see what's on the scroll, or do you not care?
I don't care.
Okay.
I want
I'd like to
up
look
at
at it.
least.
Okay, so everybody, including the Dragonborn, who is now AFK, walks over to the scroll. It's except for Wigglesworth, who stands there looking at one of the stand lamps, completely mystified, and seeming to think and scratch his head to himself about something that you kind of hear him mutter, "Hot air. It's a deed of ownership of the airship that is signed, that has Dorpin Wigglesworth's name signed onto it." And the magistrate goes, "That's not your name, Master Halfling. Is the airship changing hands because of the commotion?"
It is.
Roll me a persuasion.
Is this how she gets on ship?
Yep.
Evie pilots an airship owned by something we stole.
No. Wrong one.
Oh yeah, that was perception. Yes, persuasion.
Wrong.
There we go.
Oh!
Okay. I'm like, oh my god. Did you just fail the most important role of this entire campaign? Okay, so the magistrate looks you over, and then he pulls over an ink jar and a quill pen, and he goes, "Well, good enough for me. Get it the hell out of my city." And hands you the quill, and then sort of points to underneath Wigglesworth's name where it says ownership.
I'd like to look at Wigglesworth.
Wigglesworth is literally he has taken the piece of charcoal out of his pocket and is writing notes next on the wallpaper next to the brazier with the mirror behind it. Nobody notices that he's writing on the goddamn wall.
Can I? Okay, I don't notice it.
You notice that he has written hydrogen inferior, possible application of hot air for lift capability.
Interesting.
Yes, we're still in the magistrate's office.
I grow bored of looking at the signing of the deed thing, and I go to Wigglesworth and ask him about the controls to the airship, since every ship is different.
And he literally just he's still writing on the wall and goes, it's standard. Although there's a couple things I can show you when we get there that I've changed that are very interesting. I think you'll find them very interesting. But you've got experience with piloting airships, so you'll know about lift and drag and the Z towards Y levels. But I'm sure with my new innovations that we'll have to show you the ropes when we get there. But otherwise, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Thank you.
And I say,
it will catch me up to speed. It's been a little while since I've driven one, but I know how to do that. So
Evie's an expert pilot. Everyone knows this.
Oh god! Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but I don't say it out loud, but I don't really quiet it down too much either.
Squish said that out loud.
Oh.
Roll me deception, you motherfucker.
Me?
No, Squish.
I may or may not have thrown it.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, okay, good.
Everybody roll me insight, don't roll a 1.
Roll a one. Yes!
Okay.
Yes!
I am kind of an idiot. So.
It's happening. Gonna let me drive the fucking airship now.
Okay, so Kragscar, you notice the fact that Alo basically just, in more or less words, said, Evie doesn't have any clue what she's doing. But at the same time, Muse literally mutters to herself, "I can't believe I lucked out and found an expert pilot."
We're gonna die. Unless I somehow luck out and hit the right buttons.
Oh my god, I can't believe this.
He kind of puts his hands over his
No,
head.
it's not.
Okay, hold on.
Deserve it.
Let AndrewDan say what he was going to say. AndrewDan, go ahead.
You can see Krauser is kind of really just putting his hands over his head, what the hell's going on?
So Alo and Evie, you notice Kragsgar got it. He realized what's happening.
Yes. Would you like to read my notebook, sir?
Can I try and tell that yes, indeed, I am a good pilot, and Elo just doesn't believe me, and is being sarcastic about it.
Roll me a
he looks at Evie just like, you just say one more thing.
Okay, so Evie, roll me a deception. AndrewDan, roll me an insight.
Another insight.
Nice.
22.
Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, literally. No, nice try, Evie. Now Kragsgar's on to you now. It seems that you're basically just bullshitting your way into the pilot seat at this point.
Well, it's time to either persuade him or intimidate him later.
Yeah, but Kragsgar is on to you. This dragon
he's not gonna be able to catch me, so.
So anyway, Alo is offering to show you her notes. Kragsgar, do you wanna look at them at all, or?
Yeah, like you're like, like he's really like, yes, please, please show me the notes.
So I pass along the draconic notes I've been making about all of the conversations we've had up to this point, pretty much almost verbatim and in explicit detail, and well picked.
I have an intelligence of 15. Can I understand or grasp any knowledge that Squishy's character has written down?
Well, Squish, give AndrewDan the basic premise of what you want to convey by showing the notes.
Right. So we walked. I took a boat this morning at the first at 7 a.m. and I did. There was a great kid. I met 4 people and we went, and then guards asked us to come, although I'm not sure why. So I objected to it. That mean man was really mean, so I just put him in his place. And then we walked towards the aisle to meet this captain. He's got a big scar on his face. I'm not sure why. And then we went and met some really old geezer kind of guy. I'm not sure. It's okay. Well, he's got some nice glasses. So, well, and one thing I did notice is that this strange little white-haired kid seemed to act like they knew what they were talking about. And they really didn't. And everyone else seemed to believe them. I'm not really quite sure why, but I'm kind of worried now that everyone's just following them like they're, and then they just kind of trail off going on and on about this.
Is there any information about the Zeppelin?
Yes, I mentioned that at the very beginning. All of the information that we talked about in the monologue about the clock tower, the Zeppelin, the types of fins, what type of prototype it is, possibly even guesses at the propulsion and ways to fix it and the full clock tower with diagrams as well.
He really kind of absorbed in the reading. He's like not really focusing on what's happening around him. It was like, are you reciting what I'm reading right now?
I'm kind of scribbling on myself. Are you reciting what I'm reading right now?
Okay.
Hey, Omni, am I overhearing this?
No, because you botched your role. You botched your insight. So this is not important. You're reading as a noble. If you want this airship and you want the ownership, you need to know what's going on. So you're looking through the ownership contract, which was clearly written in hand by Wigglesworth himself, and you see that basically he kind of misprinted where he put ownership because he put proprietor, and then there's an ownership section underneath it, which has nothing in it. It seems to, well, not proprietor, inventor. So there's no owner. Instead, he put himself down as inventor. So there's
sign that baby.
You're just gonna sign. Okay, that's what I expected. So you sign your name on it, and the magistrate then sprinkles some sand over it and goes, "Well, I guess that's that. You have an airship that is halfway through a clock tower now, and your own pilot, believe it or not."
Do we need real estate insurance?
Oh God.
The magistrate just looks at you and just goes, "Are you able to pay for the clock tower's repair?" And then he looks quizzically at at Mistflower, and then looks your clothes over.
Bill, my family.
You just say Bill your family?
I
Put it
hope
on
that's
my
not gonna come back to bite us in the ass.
Oh, that totally. I'm gonna get a note of that. That's gonna so bite you in the ass. Oh my god.
I love it.
That's,
I love it.
I don't care. I want my airship.
I forgot there's a thing called "Don't give the DM ideas."
That's rule number 1. Rule number 1: never give the DM
Oh,
ideas.
I'm gonna give Omni so many ideas to screw you guys all over. Probably myself too.
Yeah. Also, everything has a consequence is another rule.
Yep. And the second rule: never split the party. Let's do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah, including escaping or running away.
Shush.
He kind of like finishes like reading Alo's diary journal. something
Journal.
like
It's a scientific journal. Thank you.
that. Scientific journal. Thank you. Do you have a pen in your hand right now?
Which one do you want?
No, he wants.
No, she has a show of pens.
Put
He's
him
like,
my way for 10 seconds.
go ahead, Mizu.
But no, she was shouting to her daughter.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry. I have to parent doing all this. I'm
Sorry.
summoning food. It's magical. When you give birth, you get this servant.
What?
She's having her daughter make her food.
He kind of like looks at the color of the pens. Do you have a black one?
Let's see if you want.
You do have a raven's feather.
You can just put it
Yes,
on the
I have a calligraphy set. I was like, let's see. I'm looking at the different sized feather pins I have.
They're all sized
And
for
I'm
your
like-
hand, not his, which is as big as your face.
Yes,
Kinda-
exactly.
He kind of looks at the calligraphy that you're like browsing through, and he kind of, which one is the biggest?
Also,
That'd
the
be the goose
handwriting in that is probably really tiny.
Yes.
I can squint my eyes and watch what you're reading.
Okay, so I will note, by the way, from when you were speaking Draconic before, you did notice nobody else like understood what you were saying.
Yes.
Anyway,
We have our own little language to talk
Yeah.
with.
so basically, the magistrate, after sprinkling, rolls up the ownership deed and hands it to you, Mistflower. I'm going to put in your inventory airship deed.
Woo-hoo. Oh,
All right. This is unbelievable, and I should have seen this coming. 1 second.
You should have seen what coming.
Evie just convinced everybody that we're fine. She has bullshitted her way. See, at the same time, Ashley ship of the airship, and like, yeah, it's hilarious. Everybody else is sort of like,
All right, whatever.
including the inventor of the airship.
I mean, I'm a fan of people bullshitting their way into stuff, so I approve of Muse's ways.
That's great. Oh man.
not so much bullshitting as determining that if I ask for it, I'll get it one way or another.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be so much fun if you actually make it to a video. I think you have to.
This is incredible. My pens are far too delicate, small for your hands.
He kind of like he has like only three fingers, like trying to, like he doesn't grab anything, but he like kind of opens his 3 fingers like anyone. I'll promise I'll not break it. Any one of them.
Okay, so at this point, you have been handed the deed. Wigglesworth is still making notations on the wall and mumbling about how he needs parchment because he can't let this get away. This is too good. And the magistrate looks over and sees Wigglesworth writing on his wall, and he goes, God's be praised, get him out of here! And just starts waving his hands as if shooing cattle out of his office. What do y'all do?
So I grab Evie and I grab the gnome and I push them as hard as I can out the door and just kind of leave everybody else behind.
Wee.
Wee! I'm gonna pilot an airship and crush and burn us all.
Oh my god. Bow Wow attempts to lick the charcoal on the wall. I mean, yeah, now it's smeared on the wall and kind of drooly. And the magistrate is like growing kind of red as he starts shouting, "Somebody get me a maid to clean this!"
Before I go, can I cast? Let's see. Hang on. I can cast fucking. What is it? My cantrip.
God damn.
Yeah, to clean it.
Prestidigitation.
To clean it. You want to clean it off?
Yeah, I want to be a little bit nice.
Yeah, you wave your hand, your fingers splay out, and the charcoal marks and the drool both disappear.
And the dog looks very unpleased.
And the magistrate sort of like opens his eyes a little bit, like a little wide, and then squints at you suspiciously.
I just give him a quick smirk. That's all I give.
So the guard sort of escorts you out to the hallway, and then he scratches his bald head and he goes, "Well then, Master Halfling, I guess you own an airship now." And at this, Wigglesworth sort of like finally looks up since he's no longer at the wall and goes, "Own?"
By the way, that
Yes,
charcoal's gonna
I
come
own
back
your
again in an
airship.
hour.
And you were going to.
Sorry, Muse. Go ahead.
I didn't. Okay.
Sorry
yes,
about that.
I own that airship, and you are going to repair it, and Evie is going to fly it, and we are leaving.
And he sort of squints at you. Roll me an intimidation.
Oh God.
Why do I keep wrong? Oh, keep moving.
Okay.
Why is she so good at this?
Because this is what she built herself for. I'd like everybody, by the way, to make things easier, when you roll something, if nobody else is talking, if I ask you to roll something on your own, call out what the roll is. So Muse got a 19 here. So you stared on Wigglesworth, and he just sort of like scratches underneath his beard for a minute. He goes, "I get to keep working on it. It's only a prototype."
Working on it.
So, okay,
I'm just
sorry.
happy to try something I had never have tried before.
Okay, Evie, you're interrupting Muse. Muse, what'd you say?
Sorry.
I told him that he has to keep working on it.
And he goes, "It's only a prototype. I've got another one somewhere else that's much better than this one. That one's... We'll talk about it when we get there." And then he storms off towards the front door, leaving Captain David behind.
I quickly follow after the gnome or Dorfin. What is he again?
He's a gnome.
It's a no.
Okay, yeah, I quickly follow after the gnome.
So does everybody just go along just to figure out what the fuck is happening right now?
I'm curious. I want to head towards the clock tower, the actual entryway to the clock tower building.
I want him to teach me everything he can about how to steer the ship before I actually do it, just so I can do something right.
Yeah. All right, can you talk, AndrewDan, or is it quiet time at your place?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to interrupt people, so I just typed in chat.
Yeah, so you've got a small walk heading to the clock tower.
Yeah, I kind of look at Alo again. What are we gonna do with her? Kind of baffled and not knowing what to do.
I ask why they're following.
You guys can talk out loud. Nobody else is talking right now.
Yes, well, I can't suffer for
Honestly-
fools who don't believe in the honest truth of... I stare at Evie blankly. But my mission lies elsewhere with the water.
What?
Just what?
I say nothing more and start scribbling in my notebook.
Okay then. He kind of look. He. What? He kind of doesn't know what to do. He's flabbergasted, so to speak. and he keeps walking, or like looking at Mr. Dorfin, kind of looking at Evie. Mr. Dorfin, can you try to teach one of us how to pilot? I know I know one of us apparently knows how to pilot. He kind of enhances the pilot word in his sentence.
So, Alo, there is a small saddle on top of the dog, and Alo gets on the dog. You didn't realize it was a riding dog that was also carrying her stuff, and she's riding along on it. The dog is huge, like three to four times her size. So, do y'all just go along?
Yeah.
All right. The captain is following you, kind of bemused. As you, if there's nothing else anybody wants to do, you all arrive at the clock tower. Is that fine? Be Evie.
Yep.
Yeah. The entrance to the clock tower door. Okay. Yes.
So it looks. By the time you get there, it looks like the workers have cleared out a lot of the rubble, and are able to get to the single stairwell, but they're still sort of looking around, kind of trying to figure out how the hell to get the thing out of there. And there's still a bunch of guards holding back curious onlookers as Captain Dabeed walks up to them, and he just goes, "Well, then it looks like there's a solution to our airship problem." And he waves towards everybody there, and Wigglesworth sort of waves his hand excitedly, and he goes, "I'd like to get to my airship, please." And then he looks at Mistflower and goes, "Our airship?"
My airship.
I made it. Whatever, we need to get out of here. I need my tools. I need to get the ladder. And immediately sprints to the stairs.
Omni, the captain should also tell the guards you wouldn't believe who's going to pilot the thing.
Oh no, he doesn't care. This is no longer his problem.
I mean, because I'm a troublemaker and all the guards should know about me.
This literally went up the chain to the highest judiciary in town, who made a decision. This is no longer his problem. He is happy to get it off his hand. This is a career man guard. He knows it's gone up the chain. This is no longer his problem.
Yeah.
NMP.
It's kind of hard for me to follow along in the chat as well as listen. Can we focus on?
The chat's basically for out of character, unimportant stuff.
Right.
So I can follow along and I read it out if I think it's important, like him getting on the dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. There's a lot going on, and I just can't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you if anything important is happening in chat or whatever.
Okay.
I'm trying to do that because if we do put this on YouTube, which would be fun, but I might do that later. I will literally so people can know what's happening if they can't read the chat if it's too small. Okay, so you all you're all let into the clock tower, which has spiraling stairs going all the way to the top, where you can still hear the ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk of the gears attempting to move around the airship.
Oh, thank God we're not going to get inside the airship just now.
I'd like to inspect the gears, the clockwork gears, how they, to see if there are any ones that are particularly broken or dislodged, other than the ones that are just kind of jammed.
So on your way up the stairs, it is sized for your dog, so your dog makes the climb mostly for you. Make me an investigation check.
Yeah, I need more of that.
You're making a lot of intelligence rolls, but you're not an intelligent class, so... What the fuck? You got a crit 20.
You say that.
So the clock tower is, as you get to the top... there's bells. As you get to the top of the clock tower, apparently it goes off, because the background noise just had the bells go off to announce that it is 2 p.m. It is loud, but it's still working. Just the hands aren't moving. The mechanism which would be moving the hands is off its housing, but everything else seems in working order, including the forefront of the airship's balloon, which has plowed its way into the side here, and you can see once you get up to the top there that there is a kind of a rope bridge going from the cabin of the airship, the front cabin of the airship, where there's an open door, and has been crudely attached to the inside of the clock tower by pitons. Pitons?
Pittance.
Giant nails.
Yes.
And Wigglesworth gets down on hands and knees and starts expertly crawling across the rope ladder, now a rope bridge, to get into the airship's cabin.
Shouldn't we first push... never mind.
I'm going to follow as quickly as possible because I don't want him in my ship without me.
Quickly, you say?
Oh no.
I also quickly follow after.
Excuse me. God damn. Make me athletics checks, both of you.
Oh God! I thought it would be acrobatics.
You said quickly.
You did say quickly.
Am I dead?
You're something.
Couldn't it be acrobatics instead?
You know what? No, because you botched that.
Well, it's 9. Because of my passive.
No, you botched it. Oh wait, is that a +1?
Yeah,
you did. No, Evie's right. Well, no, because you said quickly.
Yep. Well, isn't it also? But doesn't it use my passive?
No, because you said quickly.
Well, at least it wasn't a critical fail.
It wasn't a critical fail, but it was a 2 or a 1. God damn, that is getting annoying.
But it wasn't a crit fail.
So, Muse, make me a dex check really quick. Or, make me a...
What is the difference between a regular roll and a crit roll?
If you roll a 1 on a d20, that is a critical fail. If you roll a 20, that is a critical success. So that's pretty much like if it's an attack or a skill check, it's an automatic success or an automatic fail.
But see, Evie rolled a 2 minus 1.
And now you have to make a dex save, Muse, to see if Evie grabs you as she falls off the ladder.
Okay. I'm not tracking completely, but maybe I'm getting it.
Basically, you said to quickly go after Wigglesworth, who is just scrambling across the ladder as if it's solid ground. Clearly used to these altitudes. Squish, there's a lot of background noise.
Okay.
I thought it would be acrobatics.
I know, you didn't say acrobatics.
So, unskilled dex check?
A dex save. Go to your core stats and hit the save next to dex. Critical success, wow. So your pilot, who you believe can pilot this thing, is trying to come along behind you. Her foot falls through between 2 ladder rungs, and she falls. As she is falling, and I'm just going to make this for you because it was a critical success, you catch her and pull her back onto the ladder, saving her life. That fall would have been 5 stories.
Wow.
But yeah, Evie, Nefer Mistflower just saved your life.
I thought it would be acrobatics.
Nope. You said
going quickly.
You said going quickly.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be acrobatics since it's climbing a ladder?
Nope. If you had said like I cartwheel across it or I run across it nimbly, then I would have said acrobatics. You said I follow quickly, and that's athletics.
I should have waited to hear that fucking roll.
Anyway, so he just saved your life.
Yay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna drag Evie down the rest of that.
Yeah. It goes at a slight angle into the airship itself. Does everybody follow?
I'm gonna wait so for the airship to be dislodged. I'm gonna help to push it if I can. Then I'm gonna climb down the clock tower and get safely on the ship.
What's pushing gonna do?
You'll find out. And basically, he wants to help try and dislodge the thing, and then go to the bottom of the clock tower to safely board the airship, is what he's saying. Squish, what do you do? Squish's
Also,
mic seems to have failed. Yeah, we can't hear anything
Also,
from you,
shit.
Squish.
Also, shouldn't I have been the one to do a dex save?
I already said no.
Okay.
This is exactly what happened. She saved your life. You slipped, she saved your life. I don't know why we can't hear Squish anymore.
You need to get dressed and brush your hair.
What?
Muse, you really need to learn to mute when you want to yell at your daughter.
I thought I had, but I hit like a headphone button thing instead. Sorry.
There we go.
It's okay.
Okay, there's Squish.
I was trying to turn my voice down so you wouldn't hear all that background noise.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I gotta turn it back up.
Turn it up a little bit.
I turned myself down really low. Yeah, I'm making sure. You said there was definitely no broken gears, or just everything's jam. Nothing's only to the jam things. I'm very interested in the clockwork, but I'm also, when I get up to the level of seeing the airship, I'm just more fascinated by that than anything else. Bow Wow is a little cautious about the rope bridge. Kind of, to my knowledge. But I head that way.
Are you gonna go onto the rope ladder?
I'm gonna stay on Bow Wow. We're gonna figure out a way to get on there without getting on a ladder.
You do see that the Dragonborn is not moving. He appears to be like waiting behind. You know what? No, you don't know enough about airships for that. Never mind. So, are you going to try the rope ladder?
Is it? Can my dog get in on?
I'm going to say this right now. It doesn't look like a good idea.
Okay, then I'm not going to.
Okay.
Me and my dog are inseparable.
Okay. So,
I hate to ask this because I keep getting confused. Which is Alebrix or Craig?
I'm Craig.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I'm
just
the
got
big
like
man.
you're muffled, Muse.
I'm muffled?
Yeah, you got really
hold
muffled.
on.
There you go. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you split the party. Nefer and Evie have gone with Wigglesworth onto the airship itself. It is a mess in there. It looks like there's like in the corner there's like a hot plate for cooking things, and it looks like the tea kettle that was on it spilled over, but it sort of shut itself off because it overburned or something like that. The coil is clearly burned out. The control panel is the most confusing thing you have ever seen. There's dials and levers and gauges and all this different stuff. There is, as you walk onto the airship, there is a dial that is just going wild, just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And Wigglesworth walks over to it really quick and looks at it curiously and then smacks it with his hand, and then it just sort of wiggles to a stop, and he nods satisfactory. And there's a giant wheel in the middle of it, in the middle of the full cabin, that it's on kind of a gimbal, so it can be pulled back and forward with like a seat in front of it, and levers to either, like several levers and wheels to either side as well. This is clearly the pilot's chair. And he goes and he hops into the pilot's chair and sort of rubs his hand together before stopping and looking at Evie and just going, Did you want to do the honors?
I go ahead. You need to show me all that's new on this.
Yes.
You said you added some modifications, so I would like you to show me that before I attempt to fly it.
And he goes, well, this is, I agree, this is fascinating. I'm really glad you're excited to learn about this. New inventions, new innovations.
Yes, totally.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt and like look at all of this mess and be like, oh my god, and ask Dorfin, is this thing really gonna fly? Do you need to repair this?
And he goes, "Oh, there's probably some things back in the engineering compartment, but generally, yes, this will fly. It's still flying forward." And then he kind of takes the wheel a little bit, and he pulls it back towards him, and you hear the fans in the back that were going woof, woof, woof this whole time sort of slow down. And then he goes and he grabs a lever that's next to his right arm, and he starts to pull it back, and you hear the fans go.
I pay close attention to this, by the way.
He basically this is the forward and back throttle, so he's putting it in reverse. Now,
Yeah.
I need from both of you. You know what? Wow, neither of your passive perception would have gotten this. So yeah, roll me perception.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, mine is 8, so
I have
Yeah.
like no perception from what I remember.
You just roll me perception to see if you get over a 10. Okay, both of you realize as he starts to back this thing up, he didn't detach the ladder.
Oh dear.
So Kragsgar and Alo inside, you start to watch as the airship, which was pushing into the bricks, starts to slowly ease off pressure and then starts to back up. The ladder is still attached.
Yeah, can I, as like this is happening, can I try to like carefully remove it so nothing bad would happen?
Make me an athletics save, athletics check.
Okay.
I asked Dorfin at the same time, shouldn't we detach the ladder?
Omni.
Yeah.
I would like to help Kragsgar in that action.
Okay, that will give him advantage on that roll, but he passed it either way. So basically, as it starts to back out, Kragsgar and Alo both rush over and start yanking the nails out of the brickwork, and they come up pretty easily. They're just sort of wedged in between bricks. You're kind of surprised they held the weight of the people who crossed it, but you realized they were all three very tiny, and that's probably the only reason it held their weight. It would not have carried the dog and the dragonborn over if they had tried to mount the ladder. It's a good thing you stayed. The nails come out easily, and everybody on the airship watches as Wigglesworth sort of starts to notice what he just did, but then the ladder goes slack, and you realize what happened on the other side.
Kind of, you see,
So
Craig, like,
I kind of roll my eyes as I see the ladder go slack, being like, do you realize they just left us, right?
no,
Can you
we go.
turn it up just a little bit.
What'd you say?
Wait. I can't quite hear Squish. I need to go just a little louder.
I can turn myself back up a little bit more.
Yeah, turn yourself back up. You're
Yeah.
at 200% for me.
Yeah, a little
You're
bit. Yeah.
very hard to hear.
Okay, how's that?
That's much
That's
better.
much better.
Much better.
Yes, very much better.
Yeah, and the background noise appears to be gone too. Okay, so what were you saying, Kragsgar?
He kind of like he wipes like a little bit some sweat off his forehead, like, whew, we could have avoided a lot of things if we. Never mind.
Dragonborn don't
do-
sweat.
If it's that that thing.
Yeah, it's a
There you
human gesture. Go ahead. Sorry.
There you go. And he kind of like looks at the airship. Do we still see the rest of the group?
Yeah, at this point, Evie is near the pilot's seat, but Mistflower is sort of standing at the door, watching the ladder.
Yeah, we're kind of like, I'm gonna shout if they don't hear me. Come down safely to the ground so we can climb up in the ship as well.
I'm gonna
You know,
lean over and scream, "Why should I bring you along?"
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Oh, well, that's fine. I decided to go with
You
the
would
dog.
have died if I didn't lift off the ladder.
actually, yeah, pretty sure you would have died because we would have pulled the tower with us.
Yeah,
Think.
all three of us died.
Okay, you guys can't have a conversation like that. The airship is backing out. Only Mistflower and Kragscar can talk right now.
Yeah, it's just like pointing that out.
So yeah, he shouts back at you. You would have died if I hadn't pulled out the ladder.
I don't think I would particularly care.
So I will point this out. They have actually, both of them had actually been very helpful so far. Having a with the job that you're going to be going on, having a bodyguard would be very damn useful. And the goblins seemed ridiculously intelligent. and more
Okay.
focused than the gnome.
Okay.
Is it bad that I actually
Will
don't know
you
what
keep my
classes
ship
everyone
in
is?
good repair and protect?
Okay, sorry. Go say again, Muse.
Please, yeah.
Will you keep my ship in repair and protect?
Protect you.
Offer
gonna
your services as my bodyguard.
I'm gonna try to protect everyone, including your highness as well.
He just called
Works
you Your
for me.
Highness.
Oh,
Works
that,
for me.
It wasn't condescending, it was a respectful
I
comment.
know, but just like you just literally referred to her as royalty, or him as royalty. That is a huge, damn bit of flattery there.
Yep. So, am I missing something? Do we have an obvious way that we can see to get them on board? Do we need
Wigglesworth yells from the pilot's chair, meet us in the courtyard!
Okay. Jesus. Bahamut. Excuse me.
So the airship backs itself out of the clock tower. A few bricks fall, but surprisingly, it seems that most of the bricks were cascaded down to the square below and been cleared up by the workmen. It pulls itself out of the tower, and Wigglesworth then jumps off the pilot's chair, waves to Evie, and then towards the pilot's chair, and then goes over to the control panel to start looking at dials and levers.
Oh no.
oh god. Well, I guess I jump on and take a quick look at things.
Okay. Oh my god, what do I even have you roll?
Intelligence check. Straight up. Just an intelligence check.
Yeah, this will. I would say investigation, but it would just be an intelligence check because this is untrained.
So intelligence save.
Yep. Or I will. Oh, never mind. You got it. Shit. Okay, so from what you saw,
thank
yeah,
God.
you actually did it. So from what you saw him do so far, you're able to back the airship out slowly, and then you experimentally grab the wheel and turn it to the side, and it actually turns. You realize, and this is in character information. You do not share this to other people. This is easy. It's really
Okay.
intuitive.
Ugh.
Now, I'm not saying you're an expert at it, but you're like, I can go back and forward. I can go up and down.
I can learn.
You don't know what
I can
anything
back
else
up.
is.
I can back up my deception.
Like, you
And
don't
saying
know,
this is really complicated.
you don't know what the word altitude means, but you know you can figure out back and forth and left and right. And
I
you're
can figure.
able.
I can.
By the time Kragsgar and Alo get to the square, the airship has actually like backed out, turned, and then is slowly making its way to the center, where Evie is able to stop it in the middle of in the middle of the air, still the same 50 feet in the air, but actually halted in the middle of the square, and Wigglesworth turns around and sort of beams this giant smile at you as he pulls this enormous him-sized lever, like a 4-foot lever, yanks it all the way back with his entire weight, and then you hear this ka-chunk, and the entire airship shakes all of a sudden. Down in the square, Kragsgar and Alo, you watch as part of the stern side, the right side of the airship, actually detaches. A large flap opens and then starts to lower on chains loudly as the entire airship shakes. It's a lift.
I've seen these before.
It comes down incredibly fast and kind of crashes to the ground.
Okay. Looking at the ship and kind of looking at Aloe, so how integrally stable or durable is this thing?
Alo, roll me something.
I didn't say anything.
No, I know, but he asked you a question, so I mean, roll me an investigation.
What
I was not paying attention to what he said. I was paying attention to the fact that Evie is flying this thing and it still hasn't.
You don't know.
Has it
You don't know that Evie's in the pilot seat right now. You just know
Oh,
that.
I don't know that.
It was kind of jerky at first, but the thing is moving, and then this lift is coming down and crashes into the center of square next to the fountain.
Okay, well, at this point in time, then I'm going to assume that the gnome is flying.
Okay. So you just didn't hear what he said. Okay. There was a loud chain clanking. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like look at Aloe and I look back at the ship and I kind of think and asking her as well. Do you know how safe how durable that thing is? He kind of not to be paranoid, but it kind of looks rickety, a little bit flimsy. Just putting out.
roll
Okay,
me.
just one hour.
Actually, roll me an intelligence check really quick.
Okay,
Crackstar?
yeah, I can. Yeah, indeed, I can do that. How
Oh,
do I
I'm
do
still
a
gonna
check?
call them when you get up.
It's just a save. Just an
just a
save.
save.
Yeah.
11.
You realize from you kind of put together that from the damage that it did to the clock tower and the fact the balloon never had a single rent in it, it's really durable.
Mm-hmm. Like what about the rest of the ship? Like, is the wood not in the state of petrifaction, or it's like looks good?
It looks, from what you understand of ships, which is not very much, it's treated with tar.
Okay.
It crashed to the ground the lift crashed to the ground from a 50-foot fall and didn't fall into splinters.
I'm already on the lift.
Yeah, I'm going on the lift as well.
The chains are very obviously very sturdy, and there's a lever next to it.
I'm trying desperately to grab the lever.
The lever is like almost twice your size.
I know. I said I'm trying.
Gonna help Alo.
Yeah. So
Do I need to roll for that?
no, you don't. Basically, with the Dragonborn's help, you're trying to put your entire weight into the lever. With the Dragonborn's help, he just sort of one hand grabs it and pulls it back like it's nothing.
I feel like I'm floating in air.
Basically, because he's got 18 strength and you have what? You have 15. I mean, it's not bad, but also you got like a third of his weight, maybe a fourth.
I think that I'm twice the size of have more strength than me.
Because you're a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's it's you'll find out later, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Application of strength is also very important.
Yeah. Well, I have no muscles, so.
Yeah. Well, like she's been underneath a robe this whole time. There's a lot you don't know about her. Anyway. So,
about me or about Squish?
About Squish. So as you pull the lever, a clank goes off inside as you watch. There's a kind of a wire that is. There's a pig screaming in the background noise. There's a wire that goes up and winds through one of the chains, and as you pull back the lever, another clank happens, and the lift shakes horribly. It's like 10 foot by 10 foot. But
yeah, I'm gonna hold onto the chain this is not good.
Yeah, there's no railing. It's just a platform with chains around it. But it starts to lift into the air. And eventually, you are going to reach the. It doesn't go very fast either. So eventually, you'll be up in the actual airship itself. Wigglesworth turns around and walks over to where you're at in the pilot seat and goes, "Very adept flying. I knew you could do it. I knew you could figure this out. You clearly are the expert at this." And then he starts to point out various innovations he's made, such as this is an altitude dial. What it does is it shows you how high you are in the air, and this is your lift and your carrying capacity, and this will show you the actual pressure inside the balloon itself. And he starts to ramble on about shit that you do not get. Actually, make me an intelligence save. Fuck it.
But I understand that since it said the altitude thing, this shows altitude and it's how high you are. I understand that part.
Well, you don't know what the word altitude means. You've never had to use it before.
Well, you said that this altitude meter shows how high you are.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Anyway, make me an intelligence check.
I would understand that.
So you actually you're actually able to carry on. He is talking very fast, but you get what he's saying, and you're surprised that you're actually picking this up quite well. You even understand how to adjust ballast and pressure inside the balloon now. for like very quick turns or raising and falling of the airship. Oh my! With the rolls that you've just made, Evie, you're actually learning how to fly this damn thing.
How did I go
know!
from buffing my way in the pilot seat to actually learning how to fly the airship?
Like, it's surprisingly easy. Like, it's not easy, but somehow you're getting it, and you're like, how am I understanding this? What's happening?
Only I can get this kind of luck in the rolls.
I mean, for fuck's sake, you couldn't escape, like, 2 guards.
Actually, I
guards.
escaped 2 guards, but I didn't escape 6 guards.
Yeah, but like somehow you're now like becoming an expert flyer. Okay, anyway. I am where's your sheet here? Hold on. I'm gonna see something. Because there's no skill for this, but we're gonna
make a custom skill.
Yeah, we're just gonna make you a custom skill here. Airship piloting. With a dex stat. This would be dex, right?
Dex strength depends on like what he's supposed to do in the ship.
Well,
so
I mean, like, would it?
I think it's more intuitive. Like,
Yeah, would it be intelligence or would it be dex?
I would think it would be intelligence, because like,
here's how it is.
it's easy.
But I'm
The
already
pilot
learning it,
itself
so
is
I think
getting
it would be
easy.
dex by like how quickly you can turn the different things.
Just a
I'm
second.
gonna say it's int on this one, but I am gonna make it. You are proficient, so you will get your +2 proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've only done this because you've learned stupid fast, and by the time we go to the next game, you'll have learned enough to actually pilot this airship. So you're gonna get proficiency. Okay, so you guys make it up to. Do you do anything in this meantime, Muse?
Well, I was thinking of like directing the airship where it should go. I don't know if we're to that point yet.
Not quite. You're still waiting for the lift to make it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you do notice
That's what I'm waiting for.
while you're standing there that the cabin has it goes into the like there's 2 doors to it. There's one that goes onto the deck of the ship, the top deck, and then there's another one that's a stairway that goes down into a hallway into the inner parts of the ship itself.
I'm sorry. What was the first door?
The first door goes onto the deck of the ship. If you see the airship picture that I showed you, the first door goes like you're in a cabin surrounded by windows, and then there's a door that goes onto the upper deck, the open air of the ship, and then there's another one that's a stairway that goes into the bowels of the ship itself. And you see a hallway down there.
I want to go out on the deck and then inspect what I have acquired.
Yeah. So you go out onto the deck of the ship, where it's just still shuddering a little bit as the platform rises. And the deck of the ship is clean, which kind of shocks you. There's a few bricks here and there and a little bit of bird poop, but it's actually kind of swept clean. There is what looks to be like there's a what you recognize from shipping terms, a mooring mast. So there's like a place where there's ballast ropes where basically, well, not ballast ropes. There's ropes and chains that you would throw out to a dock to actually dock it. So it actually does have a docking platform. And at the very back, there is a harpoon shooter, which has a very tough hempen rope attached to it. Which looks like it's, if you need to shoot it at something to anchor the ship, that's how you would anchor the ship.
Okay.
Where did me and Squishy like arrive? Like where we, being lifted up to?
Hold on. What were you? You say you never got to respond to Muse when? Halo.
She asked if I would be a bodyguard for their ship. I think Kragsgar spoke for both of us. I didn't respond.
Okay, I mean, well, you're up onto the ship now, and you're in the bowels of the ship itself, where it's
I guess
you're just kind of along for the ride at this point because this seems fascinating.
Okay, I'm confusing characters again. Didn't Kragsgar say, would protect me and everybody? Okay.
Yeah, I just want I
Squish was pointing out he never got to respond. Kragsgar talked for him.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I mixed up characters again. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with that.
No, it's fine.
You're fine. You're fine. So the lift gets to the top of the airship, and the chains. The what's the word? Fuck. Things that roll up. Things that roll up chains.
Did we lose
Police?
Muse?
Pivots.
No, she's still here.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here. My browser crashed, so I'm coming.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the gears, we'll just call them. There's
whatever.
Fucking, it's the thing that's attached to the front of a Jeep.
Yeah, we know the thing. A winch.
Winch. Thank you. How is it that the person whose native language is not English knows better English than I do? Anyway, there's two winches that pull up all four of the chains, and they pull up and lock into place as you get to the top. And then as you're standing on the platform, it suddenly starts to tilt, kind of like slowly, as like one set of winches still is pulling the chains in to try and pull the platform to be flush with the side of the ship.
Right.
So do you scramble off onto the ship itself?
I slide off.
Okay, just slide up. Kragsgar, perception.
All right. Oof. You hit me in the tough spot, my man. Give me a sec. Perception. 15.
Okay. Alo, who you kind of dismiss as kind of a scholarly person, a little bit more nimble than you'd expect.
Huh.
Like, you're kind of, you've been trained in combat, and what you just saw her do kind of forces you to reevaluate a little bit. Anyway, so you're in the cargo hold of the ship right now. There's boxes all over the place, and like lots and lots of like tools and scrap metal and random gears and springs and coils of chain all over the place. And then a hallway going towards the front of the ship, which you can see through the hallway, which is lit by a strange, like, glowing blue light. Alo, you will recognize this light as infused magic crystal light.
Huh.
There's also in the back of the ship there's a huge metal door where you hear a lot of the clanking and stuff coming from. But the front of the ship, there's a single lantern with this infused magical blue light coming out of it that shows a hallway with several doors on each side. Like about half a dozen doors on each side.
Well, I'm not going to open doors.
Yeah, and then stairs going all the way up to the front of the ship.
Interesting. I want to head down to engineering.
There's a huge, like, the entire back half of the ship is just fucking steel, pure steel.
Wow.
There's a small window, like a glass window, that's far too far above your head. A bunch of dials that make no sense to you whatsoever, and the door itself is reinforced steel with bars across it, with heavy hinges.
I guess I'm not going that way.
It looks to you, and I'm just going to say this because this is very obvious. The back half of the ship might explode, and this is to contain the explosion.
Ah, good to know.
Yeah. You do notice the same blue glow is coming out through that little window.
I'll take notes. I would like to head up to the cabin where and compliment the driver so far, or the pilot so far.
Kragsgar, are you just following along, or are you going to do anything?
I'm gonna get my bearings of the place. That's about it.
As soon as either of them come in, I'm gonna taunt them that I'm flying the ship.
Okay, so Alo, you come to the pilot seat where Wigglesworth is attempting to fix the tea burning coil, the little hot plate, over to the side. But in the pilot seat, sort of confidently lounging, is Evie. and the horror mounts on you as you realize she just flew the fucking airship.
Oh my word!
I told you I could fly the airship.
You're sort of forced to reevaluate. Oh my god, was she not lying?
Alright, so I want to come into the cabin, turn, and ask Halo if my ship is in working order, and have you learned anything of its working?
So yes, the halfling walks in and sort of imperiously demands to know what you know about the ship and is it in working order. And she seems to be coming to you for like all these smart answers because she seems to be able to understand you more than Wigglesworth, who is at this moment covered in like oil and is literally underneath the hot plate, trying to fix it.
I want nothing to do with a gnome. Not really.
Engineers.
I take offense.
Actually, Evie, that is a good point. I will give you an inspiration dice for that.
What's an inspiration dice?
An inspiration dice. Is there a thing for that on?
It's on there, yeah.
There
It's
you
on the
go,
bottom.
yeah.
Of the first page.
You only get one inspiration dice at a time. Basically, whenever if I tell you you have inspiration, at any point, if you fail a roll or whatever, you can use your inspiration dice to re-roll it.
Okay. Because, like, I mean, like, even though, like I said, like, next time against Elo, I feel like I'm going to have an advantage just because the fact that I bluffed, he didn't believe me, and now I'm actually delivering.
Yeah, I know. No, you get inspiration because you just bullshitted your way into being an airship pilot.
And are now an airship pilot.
At least I've got a pilot and we're not all dead, okay?
Like shockingly good at it, but like, okay, so as you're all up there and Mistflower asks how the shape of the ship is in, if it's in ship shape, the ship that's a shape of a ship. You hear from down below, "Get a move on! You're blocking the skies!" from Captain David.
Where are we heading?
So this is where I can do the
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, this is where
Alright.
you can.
We are heading to the logging village where my family resides so that I can show them that I have an airship and come back as the prodigal son.
Prodigal.
Prodigal, yeah.
The city, the town that the login city that she wants to go to is called Aldecane. God, I wish there was a bard here. Because I don't know if Evie even would know where this place is.
Nope, like I said, I lived in the forest just outside the city for however long I did.
Yeah, roll me a history, untrained.
How do I do untrained?
You just roll it. Just click the thing.
Okay.
Prestigious son by accident. Okay, so you've heard. Okay, logging all happens northeast of here, and you don't know how fast this thing can go. You know, if you were on foot, it would take like a month or two to walk to where the logging camps are in the northeast between where you are and let me pull up. Hold on, let me go back to
Just
here.
put a map on screen and like circle around where we are, because like my purple circle is where we are, right?
Yeah, you're there. I'm trying to. How the hell did you?
On the top left.
There it is.
Top left.
I got it.
On the square, freehand.
Yeah, there. I got it. So basically, yeah, you're here, and you just got to go northeast. It's
So
between.
north.
It's basically most of the logging happens between where you are and Typermont.
Wait,
Around
where are
here.
you guys looking?
Oh god, that makes this place a
Where am
lot
I
bigger than
looking?
I first thought.
Oh yeah. The logging village
That
appear in my
takes a moment.
studies.
Where are you guys looking? I don't see what I'm confused.
Are you? You should be on a roll 20, looking at the map of Kalgard, right?
Like the main screen? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I was drawing on it.
You should
Yeah, it
pick
is.
a different color than black, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo
Oh,
that.
there it is. Okay,
Pick
I see
red,
it now.
maybe.
Ah, sees it now.
Yeah,
Let's
you are here, and you know that most of the logging happens between Borjas and Tibermont. That's where you want to go. You know the direction to go, Nefer. So you'll be
Yeah,
able to.
I
but
mean,
like
I
Evie,
travel around visiting logging camps. I know the area.
let's see. Would the logging village appear in my studies? No, it wouldn't. It's just a no-name logging village. Okay, so Evie, you know to head northeast, and
Yep. I set the ship in gear.
okay, so Evie, kind of not even hesitantly, actually seeming to know what she's doing, somehow, elevates the ship, gets it above where the clock tower was, and starts to head northeast out of town. You've got an airship. You guys are on an airship. So we're just gonna we're gonna skip over a couple things right now because oh my god, that was fun.
Were we not supposed to get the airship?
Not that easy. I had planned from everything to stealing the airship to killing guards in a prison attempt. Instead, you bullshitted your way into ownership and piloting of an airship.
Omni,
knows what
next
I'm doing
session
and I
you should
get what I
definitely plan
want.
for bullshitting.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I planned out combat and all this stuff, and
It's all right. We spend a lot of time bullshitting and talking.
that was great. That was perfect. That's ideal to what every DM would want. So I'm just gonna cover a couple things right now. The airship has some rations on it, but Wigglesworth planned on just him alone on the airship, so there's maybe a week's worth of rations for all of you. There's a lot of stuff to repair the airship. It is powered in the back. Wigglesworth will show you later, Squish. It's powered in the back by basically a vat where he tosses in infused mana crystals, which then liquefy and then act as sort of gasoline to power the airship itself. There are 12 rooms in it, including a captain's room and Wigglesworth's rooms himself, which are a little bit larger. These are actually bedrooms. Right now, they actually have cots in them and can be taken as personal rooms. Okay, you can't claim the captain's room. I can guarantee you Muse is going to have a problem with it.
I was just about to say. That's taken.
I don't really care where I sleep. Me and my dog kind of stay together, but I will be spending most of my sleepless nights fidgeting and getting annoyed by the engineering.
Yeah, the engineering is just inexplicable to you, but Wigglesworth knows his way around because he literally made it. The entire airship the balloon itself is filled with hydrogen, which, Squish, you know could be a little dangerous and be highly explosive, but he says he's got brilliant new ideas involving hot air of all things. Can I not deceive Muse to give me the captain's room? Okay, Muse. Oh shit, Evie is trying to use her inspiration on this. I gave Evie an inspiration dice.
No, but it's player versus player. She should have her room.
I should roll first at least.
I'm voting for me to keep the room.
There's not a vote here. I am going to say this will be deception versus versus intimidation.
So my deception versus her intimidation.
Yes.
That actually makes some amount of sense. So I need to roll intimidation.
Yeah.
And I need to roll deception.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you do believe that she's an expert.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna be that. I already know.
A 25. Oh my god!
There's just lightning darts between each one of you.
Okay, so here's the thing, Evie. Do you want to use your inspiration to re-roll that?
But even if I re-roll that, I'm not gonna roll a nat 20.
Yeah, you're not gonna. You'd have to roll a 19 or 20 to do any better than that.
I already rolled a 19. I have to roll a nat 20 in order to beat that.
No, you rolled an 18.
I rolled an 18.
She rolled a
Yeah.
19.
You rolled an 18.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do. They tied.
Technically,
Defender
you could-
wins.
Yeah.
Huh? Defender wins? That's true. Defender would win this, which would be Muse. But however, Evie, since you didn't choose to use your inspiration dice to re-roll that, I'm not going to take your inspiration dice.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be some sort of kind of at least something.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Even though she won, like he backed down, the deception partially worked.
Yeah, basically, like, you two know you're going to be arguing about who's in charge of the ship almost at all times. Muse's ownership and basically will direct where it goes, but, like, Evie's still piloting. And, like, neither of you know how to navigate this thing. I mean, hell, like, when you're arguing about this, Evie set the throttle forward a little bit, so you've moved out of town, but nobody's in the pilot seat.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm only gonna make us crash and burn halfway.
Anyway, so, like, we're just gonna skip over a bunch of stuff now, because we're actually... Sorry, go ahead.
I kind of just want to roll airship piloting just to see what will happen.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
No.
I'm only going to make you roll piloting if something difficult is happening. I'm not going to make you roll to sprint when you're just walking, you know?
If you get attacked by a dragon.
Exactly. So, yeah,
Oh,
you're
fuck,
going to
that
be
is actually a real
basically... You're actually going to be basically traveling until next game, because we're going to stop for here today. In the meantime, Squish, how interested is your character in learning about the airship?
Very.
Okay.
But
Your pants are still inside out.
she does become obsessed with things when she gets interested, but she is more interested in getting to a place where she can study the water.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to give you the skill Airship Repair, but and make you proficient in it. It's an int skill, so you do get your proficiency bonus, but it's not going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I want a special skill, but I didn't do anything to earn it other
Your
than
special skills that
bullshit.
you growl at people.
Okay, so what I usually do at the end of games of my games is I give nominations towards cool points, basically, where they're called kudo points, where at the end of the day, if you think somebody did something really cool, you can nominate them. You can't nominate yourself. You can only nominate somebody else for something really cool or funny or whatever that they did, and they can have a chance to get inspiration dice for the next game.
Alright, this is a bad idea, but Evie totally needs nominated because, like, somehow managed not to kill us.
Well, she got
I
inspiration.
almost killed myself, though.
I already gave her inspiration for next game from just bullshitting her way into being a good pilot.
Right, so she basically already got it. Okay,
Yeah, she already got it. Deception kudos, she got it ready. Muse gets kudos for leadership. I need more specific than just leadership. Like, it's got to be something specific, some story of something cool she did.
All right. Well, I just typing. I didn't get to. I know y'all were talking. So, but Muse pretty much led where you're doing. Although Evie kind of bullshitted it. Like, yeah. Muse, like from get go, like laid down her like, here, I'm an official person. Right at the captain, led down, talked to it, and then bought the freaking airship and was like, bill my parents, bitch.
By the way, does
I
Muse have
did.
20 charisma?
No,
How much
I
charisma
have
does she have?
18?
I think so.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, 18 makes sense. You must have a plus.
You
High
have 16.
16, something like that.
Yeah.
How
I
does
think
she
yeah,
score
'cause I
so?
have a
How
little
does she
less
score so
than
high
you.
on charisma checks?
She's got +5.
I got +6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am behind Evie in charisma.
She's been
Yeah, I
rolling.
have
I
19
noticed that.
charisma.
Like originally, I thought I was going to be the face of all this, and like I was really disappointed when somebody else had more charisma
No,
than me.
you've been no. Squish is right. You've been the face of this the whole time. You led the party exactly where they needed to go. You intimidated the right people. You bullshitted your way into buying into ownership of an airship for free. You
totally tricked a gnome into giving me his airship.
you got
without his
Wigglesworth.
permission.
You got Wigglesworth out of jail. Like all that was you. And yes, I am gonna give you inspiration for that for next game because you did amazing.
I also helped get him out of jail by saying
would
that I
like-
would pilot the ship out of here if he would release him from the jail.
You already got that for fucking
Yeah, we
bullshitting away to
gave
be
you a
pilot.
lot for like all the deception you did already.
I know, but I'm just saying I also helped him get out of the jail.
Yeah, I know,
Yes.
but like
You did help.
Muse
You did
has bullshitted her way. You bullshitted your way through Evie. Muse intimidated her way through everything.
Yeah, I also almost
Which is
got
what my
put in
character
jail though,
does.
so
Like I really have, my first game ever. I have really liked like being able to play to my character as opposed to like the game because that's easier for me, and it worked out really well.
Also, it wasn't this your first time ever playing D&D?
Yes.
Yeah,
this
you,
is also my first time playing D&D, unless you count
That's why I
that
was
zombie
quiet a
thing we
lot.
did a while ago.
Yeah, this is why I was quiet a lot because I was just listening and trying to figure stuff out. And like I said, like I basically just kind of went with what I thought my character would do rather
no,
than
you did
like, where the
amazing.
game was going.
I'm really,
Yeah.
really happy.
I-
But Omni, you definitely have to make this a video.
I'm gonna see a couple more games and see if there's something we really want to do. But I really had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, I'd wait for like round 2
Yeah.
or 3 to see what happens.
I really wish we could do more of this tomorrow.
I'm very curious. I was surprised with the roles that AndrewDan got regarding investigating, looking at Evie. Basically, when he was the only one that like caught that Evie doesn't know how to pilot.
No,
Like,
come on, I really
Evie
want
is
to
not
intimidate.
actually a human.
I kind of actually want to try and blackmail Andrew to not tell anybody about me not being
Well,
human.
no, Squish was the
We don't
one.
know.
Squish was the one who got that you were lying about the airship, and now
Yeah.
and then afterwards you forced her to actually like, oh my god, was I wrong on my insight? But AndrewDan totally did like instantly catch on that you weren't entirely human, and is now very suspicious.
Yeah, I
about
kind
what's
of want to
going
try
on.
and blackmail him to keep quiet about it, but
I mean, if you can figure it out, you can do it off in downtime in the D&D chat. But for now, I am going to give AndrewDan an inspiration dice for that. And I think that's going to be the end of it today. Because, like, that was a lot of fun. I had so much fun with that, and I cannot wait to do
yeah,
this
but
again.
I'm guessing you need time to prepare the next time. So
Yeah, I do.
We jumped through a bunch of
Yeah.
hoops.
so
Which
no,
were you
no
doing,
nothing
Lou?
tomorrow or anything.
No.
No. But I was definitely playing chill and backseat as my scholar.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad that, like, there wasn't much for you, but you did play mostly background and making notes and just watching everything and trying to figure
Well,
out
after I
everything.
stole Muse's thunder at the very beginning with the big like explosion of intellect, I wanted to make sure I didn't like pull that too much.
Yeah, and at this point also,
I thought it was like really ballsy not.
Oh, you just broke up.
She got out. F.
Muse, you cut out. We didn't get the end of your sentence. I think she might have disconnected.
Muse died.
Oh well.
But it was a lot of fun. At this point, you are the only other person who might have a chance at repairing the airship if something goes wrong. But if something does go wrong, you can actually help Wigglesworth attempt to repair the airship, which will be very, very useful. You back, Muse?
I was about to say, if you lose Wigglefoot,
Every
I'm the
once
only
in a
one
while,
to fly the
my
ship.
phone just wants to kick me out of voice. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it happens. So what were you saying?
I was saying I thought it was like my moment of inspiration was wandering in, not knowing anything about the airship or what it was doing there or its condition or anything. And I was just like, give it to me.
I love that you just basically like you looked up in the sky, saw an airship, and went, "That's mine."
Oh, so that's a prototype D12.
Which is probably why like we skipped some steps, because like probably like expected us to fiddle faddle around.
Omni said he had combat planned.
I will
Dude.
say probably my favorite role for myself was staring down the guard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, you
That
just
was awesome.
oh god, you just like like the guard tried to turn on you, and you just like eyeballed him until he backed down. And then you totally just like, I need to see your manager, and just kept going up the chain until you got a fucking airship. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. No, I planned on so many things. I planned on like having like I even planned on, if you needed to, stealing into the counting house to steal money to buy the airship or something like that. But no, you just talked your way through it like it ain't no thing. Okay.
But it's gonna have consequences.
So
It is.
I will let you guys know when the next game will happen. I am doing a special thing here. There are a lot of rooms in the airship, so basically, like, if anybody else wants to join, we'll find them their own room, and we will introduce them in the next game or whatever. And anybody who can't make it to a game will then just stay on the airship for that game. You know, that kind of makes sense. So if you can't make a game, you don't have to feel bad about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just like
No,
slip a
I'm
note of
kinda-
what you've been doing afterwards or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to like telling people like they need to get off my ship and like finding stowaways and people trying to like convince me to let them on, and that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you guys. This was great. I can't wait for next time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. See
And I
y'all
hope you're
later.
not in over you. And I hope you're not in over your head, Omni.
Oh, this was so much fun. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was a lot of fun. So yeah, everybody, thank you all for watching. I hope you had a great time. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. Follow on Twitter. Join us on Discord. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, that means you have a free Twitch Prime subscription. And if you want to throw that my way, that is the best way to support the channel for free. I'm OmniRusted, and you guys are awesome. Bye.